Hello and welcome to the Friday Night Social here on Politics Social. I'm joined by Scott Williams, wearing sunglasses, and A. Thompson, wearing some very snazzy sunglasses, and also Wayne Lynch, wearing incredibly snazzy sunglasses. I feel a bit left out. I haven't got my sunglasses on.
No, but you do have a ridiculous hat.
I've got a Scottish hip flask, though. I've got a silly hat. I have got a silly hat. Hello, everyone in the chat. Sorry I was late. As I was explaining to the guys, as I had these headphones on my desk, but they're for Apple. They're for Apple. It's that. It's not the...
And it's old school Apple as well.
Is it? Yeah, because they have to use USB-C now, don't they? Like
everyone uses USB.
Like the rest of us plebs. Anyway, oh, thank you very much. I just got handed a coffee from the hostess, the mostess. Thank you. Cheers. So how's everyone doing?
Literally can't see anything.
Good.
Wayne, deliver me some milk for my coffee. I want a latte.
No, I've got to do that in about an hour now.
I have a question for Wayne. Wayne, how do you feel about people drinking raw milk in America?
I think they're absolute idiots.
Do you think? What do you think, Aid? How's it been going over in the States? You've been off, haven't you? You've been off on your jollies.
I've had 2 weeks off, yeah. I completely unplugged from news for 2 weeks.
Totes gels.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
And
not going to lie.
Back to chaos.
I did, yeah. Like I wasn't sure what had happened. It was like I was living in a vacuum, and then I turned the push notifications on and went. I mean, I had a bit of an inkling because I'm still in WhatsApp or whatever, but I had no idea that the flag painting like stuff, the mini roundabout shit, the Epstein stuff, like Ghislaine speaking up for Trump. I was completely clueless of all of that stuff.
Do we get a nicer sell? Yes, the president is a good man.
Yeah.
I never saw him do anything.
I did not see anything.
He didn't do anything naughty to me. I love him. He is the best. Did anyone see Trump's cabinet meeting this week with all the suck asses around him? Oh my God. It was like felt shitty, wasn't it? It was just like, oh my God.
It was terrible. It was
oh my God. Mr. President, I just want to say you're the best. You're the best. You should be given all the prizes. It was just,
I hope South Park do a parody of it and just have him going afterwards every time that someone says, "Oh yeah, you were just so great." He just goes, "Thanks, gang."
What do you think? Here's a question for you all. A question for the panel.
Thanks, gang.
Do we think he's about to croak it?
Yes.
Massively.
Graham does, yes.
Massively.
Because I wanted to will it. I want to will his inexistence into existence. Do you know what I mean? That's what I want. I want to, you're the secret, innit? You manifest. You think of something, and then it actually happens. Which is basically prayer, isn't it? So I'm praying. As an atheist, can only pray for him to not make it through another day. Wheels Darren. Hello, Wheels Darren, with £20 super chat. Start off the night as you mean to go on. Thank you so much. It's Friday. Brilliant. And we've also got Alex82 in the chat there, who's been a member for 2 months, saying, evening all, in bed with COVID. Thanks for the laughs. So we need more laughs. We need more laughs for Alex. And also we have Sarah Davis with £2 super chat. Hi to the Fab Four. Well, we might bring it the Fab Five in a few moments. If Tan's going to join us, I hope. Fingers crossed. And also Urinefectinov, who's been a member for 21 months, says Politics Social. Boosh.
Boosh.
What?
Booge.
Yuri Ninfectinov.
Oh, Yuri, yes. Yeah, he's one
Yuri.
of my patrons. I was just confused by the booge. I was like, oh, is that bled over here now, is it, as well?
You got it written behind you, you lemon. It's over your shoulder.
Of course I do. Yeah, sorry. I'm
over that looks like Pablo Escobar's eyes. Is that Pablo Escobar?
No, it's Des Lynam, actually.
Is it? Oh,
yeah.
Are you sure?
A bit weird. I'm positive. It's a young Des Lynam looking
like
rather
Pablo
handsome.
Escobar to me. What a chap. What a time. What a time to be alive. But anyway.
Really?
We're alive now. So, no, I meant the 1990s.
Oh, yeah. No,
yeah, that was a time, wasn't it?
That was fun.
Before the dark time, before the empire.
Before the darkness.
So, Aid, how long have we got you for tonight? You're usually quite sort of...
Yeah,
for a little
10,
bit.
Just after 10. Yeah,
just after 10. Well, do you want to start off and tell us what your sort of little thing that you want to talk about this week? Archie, before you do, Francis Winrow 8348. Super chat, £2. Ryan Clark is a knobhead.
Yes,
Violent.
he was a thicko, like I always
Violent.
thought he was.
I think we should deport his teeth back to Turkey. Yeah, that's like that, Ryland.
Oh, that's
Funny.
there's a hot take.
Motherfucker. So, A, did you see this? Because you would have been away.
I caught up on it when I got back, and yeah. So
take
let
us
me
through it?
explain my sense of it, and then you guys can correct me if I've misunderstood stuff. Right. So he was on this morning, evoking some sort of aspiration to turn mid-morning ITV into GB News.
It's Tan. Super Tansky has
what's up,
appeared.
Tan?
Wild Super Tansky has appeared. Woo!
My little
Swag.
Tandyline.
My little oh, I love
Someone's
you.
put Tandyline in the corner. No one puts Tandyline in the corner.
I've actually moved,
You
yeah.
moved to the corner.
It looks better, doesn't it?
Yeah. And you still
Well,
got your
any-
Mario stuff behind you, which I like.
Well, anything would be an improvement. I've actually just bought a new one, which is like the little fellas that come up out of the fellas. I can't remember what they're called now.
Aliens.
Yeah, like a light. Yeah, it's cool, man.
Oh, what are they called? The flowers?
I can't
Oh, you
remember.
mean
The plants?
the Venus flytrap things?
No, the flowers, yeah, that come out.
Yeah,
They got a
yeah.
name. Oh, shit, what are they called?
I don't know.
Oh, my God, you're
I'm
killing me.
so lost.
They're called
We're talking about a
bastards.
video
That's what they're
game,
called.
that's
They've got a
probably
name.
the
It's like Gumpers or something.
Hey,
One
yeah.
Angry Pagan, thank you very much for the £2 super chat, my friend. Last time I saw guitar glasses was at a Quo gig. Status Quo. Keeping the status quo
Oh,
there,
No,
Wayne.
no. Now I'm being linked to Quo. That's terrible.
Actually, you know what? The last time I saw him, I got a pair at the Ultimate Power Night Club Night, which was a club night dedicated purely to power ballads.
Oh, I love it.
It was the most fun you could have in one night.
I
It
would
was
love to be on the front row of a Muse gig with Wayne wearing those glasses. I know the coolest fucking thing. Yuri Infectedov says, if Rylan has any more surgery, he'll look like Crichton from Red Dwarf. Yes.
Yeah.
£5 super chat, thank you very much. And Sarah is there as well with £2 super chat. £2 chat for the super tan. Hi, Tan. From
You're
Sarah.
welcome, Graham. You are welcome.
I'll pass it.
something nice.
Are you
yeah.
coming to Liverpool, Tan? Come to Liverpool and I'll give you a Beatles tour. The
I'm-
Labour Party conference. This is the worst time to ask, isn't it?
I'm not
End of the
massively
month.
I'm not happy with Labour at the moment.
No.
Yeah.
Neither am I. That's why I'm going.
But I'm
Fine,
not
I
a
feel-
member, so I wouldn't get into the boring, scary conference bit anyway. It's really dull in there. It's like
It is. We
I
just hang
reckon
out in the
it's gonna
evening.
be- It's going to
Yeah.
be terrible this year.
It
Yeah.
was terrible last year. Honestly, it was so miserable last year. It was better the year before when they weren't in power because they were like, oh, we're going to be in power next year. And then they finally got into power and they're like, oh, fuck. And they all shat themselves in unison. It was quite
and they're still doing it, and it's fucking us all.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Tan, I feel that because Essex has had such a bad rap this week in the press, I think we need to show to people that people of Essex are not all complete twats.
But most of us are. Like, this is the problem.
Yeah,
I mean,
but-
most people in Essex are.
At least
Like-
2 people in Essex are not absolute
No,
twats. They
4 of
couldn't
us.
be with us this evening. But anyway, go on.
There's 4 of us. There's Patsy, there's John, there's me, there's
Yeah.
Wayne. I don't know. You're voting history, man. I'm still not. I'm still. I have to have a think about you.
All right, do you know what? Build a bridge and get over it. All right. Leave it alone.
I've got to say, if I lived in a constituency and it looked like VFUC were going to win, I would vote Conservative to keep them out tactically. That's how dangerous I think that VFUC are. They're just absolute miserable motherfuckers.
I think that's kind of a backhanded compliment there.
In a general, yeah, possibly. I mean, that is it'd be like choosing between 2 different like flavors of shit. It's like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yes. Yeah, but one of
Do I
them's
want a runny shit or a hard shit?
Yeah, exactly. One of them might kill you. The other one will definitely kill
No,
you.
one
So
will
that's...
smear and one will hit.
smear. One will smear
One
you.
will smear.
So
Is this a
And when you
conundrum that
slap
you've come
with.
across in recent times?
it's a dichotomy.
Adrian, did
Hello.
I interrupt you when you were saying
Yes.
something important?
He was
mid-flow.
trying to say, like, because he doesn't have much time, so we were gonna talk
was I saying?
about the subject he wanted to
About
talk about. Then
Ryland.
the super chat came up, and then go on.
Oh
You got
yes, yeah. No, we
distracted.
talked about right. Okay, so yeah, right. My understanding of that situation was that so he was presenting a segment on This Morning. It all got very GB News for a mid-morning ITV show. People called him out on it because he was effectively, reportedly, allegedly, just retailing out these talking points that you would ordinarily expect to hear on right-wing talk radio or
Oh, he was.
whatever. Most of it's easily debunkable, the stuff that he was saying. Am I getting this right? This is my perception of it,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, he was
Challenge
talking
it.
absolute bollocks. He was saying that refugees are given like a free phone when they arrive, and they're giving
iPads.
games
They were
to play.
given
They're giving games, and it's like, no, they're fucking not.
They're
You know,
not.
there might be refugee charities that make them a second-hand fucking iPhone 5, but that's. Do you know what I mean? And he was saying they get games, and I'm
But
like,
nobody
Yeah.
challenged it. Nobody intervened. Like nobody set the record
Yeah.
straight.
Oh
on
yeah,
the
yeah,
entire
yeah.
panel.
No one pushed back.
So, has anyone from the show since revisited it and gone, okay, look, we could have
Nope.
challenged it more, or we were incorrect about that?
No,
Nobody's
too much of
No.
a hot potato.
Really?
They want to
No.
talk now because Gia, Good Morning Britain.
Wow.
Is such a or what is it called? Good Morning. It's called Good Morning, right?
No, it's This Morning.
This morning.
This
yeah.
morning, they try to steer away from the politics a little bit. They like to make it fluffy.
Yeah,
you know. What's your
You-
winter wardrobe say about you?
Ashley James
Yeah.
does some good. I think her name's Ashley James. Ashley does some great stuff on there. Blonde woman, amazing. Like she puts the kind of like realistic, decent view across. But the thing that really irked me about it is that he just doubled down,
Yeah.
yeah.
and
And he
like
tried to use lefty talking points that all made sense, like these analogies that all made sense, right? It's like you could be straight and still support gay rights. It's like, well, yes, but you're using. But the problem is, and he used the term illegal immigrants. Now,
Yeah.
do you believe that immigrants or people that are coming here on boats are illegal immigrants?
They're not.
By definition, they're not.
No.
But this is common parlance. The
That's-
Labour Party are using that language now.
Right.
All the newspapers are.
Right.
The BBC is using it.
it's
they're
a
like,
ringer.
that's the
Be
problem.
impartial. We've got to be impartial.
That's the
That's
problem.
not impartial.
It's not impartial.
No, but
They are
every-
called asylum seekers. They're not called illegal
Yeah.
immigrants. So this is what he. So when he said it was this one line that sticks out as being factually incorrect, and then everything else is factually correct, and it just made him look thicker than he already did.
I think with that borne in mind, like maybe it's for the best that I wasn't around for this when it did all blow up, because I
was
probably
literally
would have gone
like
on
3 days
Twitter.
ago,
I would have been like, fuck me, I never thought I would have said this, but bring back Schofield. I would have like,
Wow.
got myself in trouble.
Bring back Barrymore. Just me.
Bring back Hugh Edwards.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
To be fair, they are scraping the barrel on that show with the guest hosts that they
They've
get
had
on.
to, because the good hosts they had left, right? Didn't
I think they
Jeremy
had
go-
Camilla Tomney on there, who was like,
Yes,
a
they did.
Tory
Oh,
punk.
Yeah.
amazing.
Absolute Tory gobshite who writes for the
Absolutely.
Telegraph.
Bitch.
Who writes
Yeah,
and-
she writes
Ah,
about
nice woman.
posh people for the Tory graph. So yeah, we've had a lot of flags. You got any flags up round by you, Scott? Have you got any aids?
There are some in
Tan.
a little suburb not far from me. I saw quite a few near my work, really, like at work. I can see them from the window at work. Quite a few of them, which is more of an area that has a lot of white people in it. So I wasn't surprised to see them, but in my sort of like my vicinity, the only thing I've seen, which was actually really kind of weird and disturbing, was tonight. I was driving down my road. I got to the end of my road with the junction of the main road and my road, and there's a green sort of like, I don't know, table or cable or telephone sort of box that's on the street.
A cabinet,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, green thing. And someone has taken some binder, you know, the little binder pockets for the paper that you would put in
Fuck
like little
me.
plastic.
Oh,
They-
Polly
Jesus.
Pocket.
Yeah. They've taped them to the thing saying Starmer is a traitor, Starmer out. And I was just like,
Christ.
oh my God. So I'm thinking fartage smells. Yeah, so I make sure I got the T, so fartage smells, and racists out.
You replaced it?
I'm going to.
Oh,
I'm
good.
thinking about it.
Well,
that's what I'm going to write. I'm going to write fartage, so not Farage, but fartage smells.
Yeah, very good.
And
got
racists out.
Got it. Got it.
You know what? I don't have to do anything because it's a folder. I can just slide the sheet of paper over the other one.
Oh, fantastic.
Scott, do you know what I like? But at the start of your little rant there is you leaned into the camera like you was just talking to the forums, like no one else can hear.
I know. I just totally gave myself away. So if someone lives on my street who's watching this is gonna, if it says fartage smells, they're like, Scott did that.
Well, Questionable Absanity has been a member for 24 months. Says, gotta be brave to fly St. George here in Wales. To be fair, well, some people have. They've graffitied signs in Wales with the St. George flag in Wales.
There was a Welsh guy on TikTok going, "What are you people doing?"
To be fair, it is very hard to draw a dragon. That's quite beyond their capability. I mean, it's hard enough for them to spell England right. So, and anyway, we've got Alex Kerr has just entered the chat. A Political X, how you doing, my friend?
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. How are you
doing?
My
husband's here.
How are we all doing?
Look at Scott straightening himself up.
Oh, hell yeah.
Scott's going to disappear. He's going to come back in like a tuxedo or something.
No, Scott's going to
hello.
T-shirts on.
Right, now Alex is here. Scott's going to get undressed. Yuri,
time won't be the last.
Yuri, thank you very much for the £5 super chat. Piranha plants. That's what they're called, the piranha plants.
Piranha plants.
In Super Mario. Thank you so much for the info and also the super chat. And also Andy Thompson says, £5. Hi, no, Graham, please don't bring back Barrymore in this climate with his catchphrase, all white at the back. Very true, very true. Alex,
he's Essex as well. He's Essex.
Alex, we were talking about flag shaggers, and I've got a question for you. You like your quizzes. Why did the Refuck Council in Durham here have to take down some bunting from a nearby village where I live? Why they took down some bunting, some Union Jack bunting? Why do you think?
I bet you it's either they put it on the wrong building, or they put it on a private building, or they didn't go and follow the regs.
No, it crossed the road. It went from one lamppost to the other across the road on a road.
Why did the bunting cross the road?
Because it was racist.
Because it was racist. It was a racist fuck.
Line them up.
Anyway. Please tell me it was a lorry that drove through it.
No, if a lorry did drive through it, they figured that the rope they used was so strong, it would have pulled the fucking lamppost down.
Really?
Yeah, they had to take it down like immediately.
What kind of bunting, industrial strength bunting?
That was a rope. That? It was a big fuck off rope with the flags hanging down from it.
Oh, what, the proper flags?
Yeah.
It wasn't just like flags.
No, that wasn't the little ones. But they were like, if a truck hits this, or a double decker bus.
Yeah. Isn't this always the way? They do it ad hoc. They don't know what they're doing. Wow, this could be a complete description of reform.
Yes.
Yeah.
And whatever they do, however shiny and nice they try and make it look, they fuck it up really badly, and just means that it ends up costing us more than it should.
I've literally just been talking about like the guy. I don't know if you guys saw Bowler Hatman's video a few days ago about the guy, the Nottinghamshire County Council leader who's banned the local press from having any. So like that in itself is a perfect example of this also, where it's like a little tiny thing, right, which is council meetings. They've asked him some questions that he doesn't like, and now he's managed to turn that into a, right, I'm banning you from this, I'm banning you from that. It's blown up into now a national story. It's on BBC News. It's like the tiny things, the little insignificant things like council meetings that should be easy to handle. They're fucking that up. So what are they going to be like when they got their hands on the treasury?
It's a small step towards what they really want, which is the copying of the MAGA party in America, bringing onto authoritarianism.
Well,
is Trump putting up flags of himself around Washington, D.C., or was that an AI
I wouldn't be surprised.
wind up?
I honestly wouldn't be surprised because he's about to duplicate what he's doing in Washington DC, and he's saying it all with his chest, exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's about to do it in Chicago and New York next because it's all just seeing what he can get away with. It's like testing the waters, isn't it? For like all-out control, police control. Like
I think he knows he's going to carpet it, so he's just going out with a bang.
Hopefully.
He's just going to put military everywhere and just be like, "This is my country. I can do what I like." And now I die.
No.
But the way they were being really nice to him in the sucking up his arse at the cabinet meeting this week.
Said that.
He
literally said that. I'm the president of the United States. I can do exactly what I want, and I'm going to do exactly what I want. He said those words.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the way that they were talking to him was the way that you would talk to a dying child.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to be here much longer, Timmy, so we're going to be really nice to you, and you're great.
Ever needed.
You're the best person. You should get all the medals. Make-A-Wish Foundation.
You don't have a small penis.
Thanks, guys. But the thing is, he's about to take his shitty nappy off and just chuck it around the room and then just fall over and go, deal with that.
Has anyone heard about the tiny penis defence? Have you heard about this?
Yeah.
So, first of all, thank you very much to Alistair for the £5 super chat. To be honest, I've had saltires flying since 2014. One Scottish saltire, and then, yes, indie flags. Hi to all the hosts. Fair enough for Scotland. And Viper Scott, another £2 super chat. Heard it was a metal cable. I saw it. I don't know if it was a metal. I think it might have been a metal cable, and that's where you could have bought the fucking lamppost. And they're electricity poles, by the way. They're not just lights. These carry electricity wires.
They should have just let it fucking happen.
Yeah.
They should just let a lorry go through it, bring down the poles, right? And then set the whole fucking electricity goes off in the area, right? And then someone goes, why? Well, because a couple of flag-shaggers decided they were going to put up a fucking steel pole between two fucking lampposts in the middle of the road to shove up a couple of fucking flags because they had literally nothing else to do that day.
Yes.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Did you all see the viral video of the of Basildon's finest painting flats
whilst racially abusing a mother and also harassing women? I did. I grew up around them. I grew up in Essex. I know what these people were like. They're absolute scum.
Did Elon Musk by any chance retweet how terrible that was?
He knows where fucking Epping is. Like he knows. Like it's unbelievable. It's like I doubt he even knows. He could point to it on a map where Epping is. But he's just getting involved, isn't he? Like all the.
He's bored. He ain't got nothing to do. He's
how many kids has Elon Musk's dad had with Elon Musk's sister now? Is it 2 or 3?
Oh, for God's sake!
Down.
Elon Musk's dad married Elon Musk's sister.
How?
Out in the back.
It's his stepdaughter. He adopted her when she was he became part of the family when she was 3 years old.
At least they're not blood relatives.
He did a Woody Allen.
Literally a Woody Allen.
Another close friend of Epstein.
Another friend. Francis Winrow, thank you very much for the £2 super chat. Was it Esh winning, Graham? No, it wasn't Esh winning. It was New Brandsputh in Durham. No, it was Neil Alan Waters. Not Alan Waters, but Alan Waters.
You just reminded me of that. I'm by winning.
By winning. I'm a violent torpedo of truth. No, so just talk about the little dick defense. This is brilliant, right? So the idea is that South Park make a big thing about Trump having a tiny dick on all the satire that they do about him, because if he ever tries to sue them, there will be litigation about his dick. It'll have to come up. It will have to come up in the court case.
Have to prove it.
Yes, exactly. So he'll be like, "Oh, I don't want to touch that because I'll have to talk about it in court."
Nobody wants to touch that.
No one wants to touch his little dick.
Yeah, but he could have his former lovers coming on and saying, "Yeah, it's like fucking, it's like Toad from fucking Mario."
Well, a bunch of cheap prostitutes that pissed on his face.
Wow.
It's like a spare belly button.
Imagine these Russian prostitutes turn up with like, yes, he's.
What?
Oh,
there we are. No, I was just going to say.
Sorry, I apologize.
No, it's me. I think my internet froze for a second. I was just going to say the lady that the campaign finance money lady that he paid to sleep with her. What's her name? Stormy Daniels.
Yeah.
She said on record already that he's got a tiny dick. So
he's a porn star.
It's like the evidence is already there.
So
she's
she's
seen
porn star.
the
Is it really that small?
Yeah.
And she got paid out as well, so they can't really go against it.
She was on Jimmy Fallon, and he pulled out a load of mushrooms. Of different sizes.
Jesus.
And asked her to point it which one it
She was
like.
he was like, "Can you point it out?" And she said, "Well, can you put it at the right angle?" And it like,
Oh.
No.
But this,
I mean,
and
that
she
is
didn't
lowbrow.
pick the smallest one,
yeah.
or the biggest, obviously. But
Yeah.
she pointed out this little nub that was just slightly bigger than the smallest, which made you go, Jesus Christ.
She's being
That
nice.
just seems more real. She's going for the vengeful. She would have gone for the tiny.
He's working with nothing. Like that explains a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah. But we haven't learned anything over here. We're watching what's happening in America. And all our media's like, yeah, that's all right. Are they thick? Are they beyond stupid? Do they not see what's going down in America and go, oh, fuck,
What the fuck is going on?
That could be quite bad for us.
Someone saying anything to him. You know what I mean? Like Keir Starmer going, you know what? Perhaps maybe you shouldn't send the National Guard out onto the streets.
Yeah.
Well, but
And
he's
no
trying to
one's
be
doing that to him.
diplomatic because he's the UK Prime Minister, so he can't exactly go, you're a fucking mentalist.
But it's funny because they're very quick to fucking say some shit about us.
Yeah,
because
they are.
they're like the scraggy, like, wrong-uns at a wedding, you know? They're like...
Yeah, but let's start treating them like that then.
They're the cousins that you don't really want to invite. But
Want to start a fight.
You know
Around
what?
the
I
back
talked
of the
about my
tent, not
sign.
in the tent.
When I talked
Did you
about
guys-
my sign, I talked about my sign to a friend of mine, right? And he goes, that sounds like a 12-year-old. I said, these people have the brains of a 12-year-old. I have to sound like a 12-year-old to get my point across. Because if I don't, it will go over their fucking head. Because they're dumb. Dumb and stupid. And I'm done being surrounded by stupid, dumb fucks who don't know what their fucking day it is. Storm is a traitor. You're a fucking idiot.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Using the Second Amendment at any point in time, Scott. You can go back over there. It's getting to that point, isn't it?
Well, no, you know what I always said, if I moved back to America, I'd buy a gun. That's like one of the first things I would buy. But and I know it sounds absolutely crazy to anybody who's English, but
it does.
If I was living in a place by myself in like a city, I would have a gun.
But that will make you automatically 7 times more likely to die from a gunshot wound.
Did you see that blatant sort of First Amendment violation where that guy burnt a flag outside?
Yeah,
the
US
White
veteran,
House?
US veteran, 20 years.
Well, he signed
And they
an
nicked him.
executive order.
Yeah.
He signed an executive order saying that anybody who desecrates, so whatever the fuck that desecrate might decide people that means, because it could mean anything, right?
Well, does that go
burning the
with a
flag
pen.
is now illegal again?
Huh?
Burning the flag
Desecrating
is
the
now
flag
illegal.
is now illegal. There's been an executive order. You get at least 1 year in prison.
That's pretty much the only way you
Federal
can
prison.
dispose of it, though, in America, isn't it?
Yes.
Sorry?
That's the only legal way you can dispose of it.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But isn't also the flag code means that you can't use the US flag in any other form than a flag. So that means any sort of
that was far out the window anyway. That's so
but
far
that
out
means
the
like
window. It's gone.
bikinis, t-shirts, like
All that, yeah,
decorations
exactly. It's all
on
gone.
cars.
AR-15s.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
gone. That's all of that.
Yeah, the flag code's been out the window for a while.
No
I
one
think.
gives a shit about that.
But one of the things someone pointed out about these flag shaggers in Britain putting flags on every lamppost, they've been painting on roundabouts and on zebra crossings and stuff, and it's hugely disrespectful to stand or to drive over a nation's flag, like any nation, and they're forcing people to drive over the fucking flag. It's just like if anyone who's sort of, I guess, military minded or whatever, be looking at this, going, "What the fuck?"
Can we give a shout out to Mike Dix because
yes, Mike.
Where the fuck is he?
He's not feeling so good tonight.
He got a bit lively, didn't he? He posted the zebra crossing by his house, and the next day, because the councillor picked it up,
they came over and cleaned it up.
It was all cleared.
Yeah.
What a decent flex that was. Well done, Mike.
Hey,
Well done.
I just thought that you had like 2 little willies in the corner of your arm there. It reminded me of the other day when I was doing a little bit of photo regeneration for you.
I mean, like how little? Like, can you show us on the mushrooms or?
I mean, look, the way it's looking now, like I'll get my diagram out.
Mushroom index. Aid, tell us about your ferry journey. I want to hear about your ferry journey.
God.
Oh my god!
Come on, tell us.
Tell us.
I've just been ranting about that on my show.
Go on.
It was
Hey, my fan.
eventful. I can't shout too loudly about it because it's getting late here and I'll wake my neighbours up. But let me just say this: I was stressed beyond belief. There was a drought of things to do for my children to keep them entertained. There was supposedly a couple of soft plays, which were actually just like a room with slightly comfier carpet in.
Carpet on a ferry.
There was all of the prices were jacked up beyond belief. They advertised it as like, oh, you get cinema, but then you have to pay like an astronomical rate to get access to the cinema. The Wi-Fi was like £30 a pop. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? 30 quid.
Hey,
30
the storm though. The storm.
The storm. And then so after all of this, after like I'm stressed out, I've been tearing down these foreign motorways, trying to catch this ferry. We go through passport control after they've delayed the ferry for like 4 hours. Like for departure, after the kids are already bored of everything that there isn't on this ferry, then we set sail and I'm like, okay, well at least we're on our way, and then we hit a category 3 storm. It was no joke. It was like going up and down. I was like looking out the front of this boat and the horizon, like the sea was just going like up and down, up and down. I was like, I had mums talking to me in the soft play going like, is this normal? Like this is our first time on it. I'm like, no, this is terrifying.
That must have been absolutely how much does a ferry move in that sort of in those conditions? Ferries are so enormous.
Yeah, so it was quite big, but it was definitely, I mean, like I couldn't sleep. My kids slept like fine.
Is that from the motion?
Your kids are hardcore.
I was like awake. I mean, I managed to nod off like a couple of times, but it was pretty scary, especially in the cabin. And then people started puking.
Oh no.
And then somebody got airlifted off of the ferry.
Was
Lucky bastard.
Yeah. We were talking about this, weren't we? Like,
was it like the pie eating scene from Stand By Me?
It was not
one person starts puking and that starts a cascade effect. Like
Aid was in the group and he was like, it's the only time I've ever been envious of someone that's having a heart attack.
Is that what you said?
The only time.
I said I've just seen somebody wheeled onto an air ambulance, and I was like looking at him, you going, "You lucky cunt."
I'll be with you.
Well, this conversation's taken quite a dark turn, hasn't it?
The aircon as well. The ferry down to Spain and the ferry back up, the aircon in there just gave me the plague. I had like man flu, so I was ill, I was tired.
Legionnaires, mate.
I was getting ripped off left, right, and centre. There's nothing to do. People were puking.
Were you on the Bibby Stockholm?
Horrendous.
Be honest. Were you on the Bibby Stockholm?
I was saying on my show earlier, I was like, it's like somebody pushed out the Bibby Stockholm into the middle of the fucking English Ocean, and then like a load of asylum seekers come by on a small boat and like point and laugh and go like, look at the ship.
They start paddling away. They're paddling away from it, and I don't want to get on that.
Exactly.
A few cans of Stella and that. Looking at you, fucking
people were getting on it.
I watched on Netflix the Pooh cruise.
Mm.
And it sounds like you had a lucky escape.
Was that the Costa cruise in 2012?
Yeah.
Were there lots of stops, Aid? Were other people like getting on along the way? Like, did you stop off on places, or is it just one?
No. Yeah, just one go from like Portsmouth down to Bilbao, and then we drove up to France.
Bilbao.
Bilbao
Baggins.
I just can't, it sort of it shows you like the sort of gravity of how big an ocean is. Like those things are absolutely enormous.
So are ships.
Oceans.
But my dad like told me when he was at sea of like 60-foot fucking waves that are like that,
Yeah.
Once you get
and you're literally going like
and the ship just kind of just topples over them like that. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
We got a super chat to come in from Question About Santi talking about the flag and not being able to print the flag on things because that's against the flag code. Are they going to arrest Candy Sucks cosplayers? Candy from GTA. She's the lady in the Stars and Stripes bikini in GTA. Grand Theft Auto. Video games, Adrian. Video games.
But how
kids play.
How do they? How do you arrest a sprite from a?
Well, I think it was a joke. No, cosplayers. Question About Sandy said, "Are they going to arrest Candy Sucks cosplayers?"
Tell you
For
what, Alex, you're
wearing-
living
for
relentlessly in the
wearing
real world
self-attractive
tonight.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
bikinis.
I mistook this for a current.
How
affairs
will
story.
they? How will this be
Back
done?
then.
How will they arrest the sprite? I'm a sprite. Arrest me, you
Current
arseholes.
I like them.
Well, this
they
is
are
a
good.
serious show.
Right, I've got one more question. A, did you survive your terrible journey on the ship?
I did, and I managed to get through the wide open borders with only like an hour and a half queue.
Oh,
Checking
fine.
my
Fuck
Oh,
me.
wide open.
So that was,
wide open.
Yeah, I'm
Wasn't that-
alive. I've survived.
That was something else that fucking violent dickhead said. And when I went on holiday, I had to wait ages to come in, and these people just come straight in. I'm like, fuck it.
No,
They
he
put
said
their
yes.
babies on boats on these, to go across one of the most dangerous shipping lanes in the fucking world.
It wasn't that, Graham. It was something like, I have to use a passport at Heathrow. But yet they're coming through. I'm like, yeah, lovely journey, isn't it? Risking dying and drowning.
Fuck me. One angry pagan. Thank you very much for.
People honestly do think it is just a little sail across a pond, don't they?
Yes, they
It's
do.
Snapchat.
Yes.
They
Not
do.
Snapchat. Super chat.
Across the
Sorry,
middle.
super chat.
Super chat! One angry pagan, thank you very much. I consider myself much more patriotic than the flag fuckers. They don't care about this land, not like I do. Plus, they barely speak English properly. Well, that's very true. We did see someone paint on the ground.
It is funny how the papers.
Inglang.
It is a
with
bit
two
funny how the
Gs.
papers used to really go for any of those flag shaggers back in the day, especially if they were like connected to football.
Did they?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah. There was a very much a class.
Remember Emily Thornberry posted that picture, didn't she, on Twitter? And then, this is how they treat
I think
the working man.
that's the opposite dynamic of what Alex is alluding to, I think. So, like, Emily Thornberry was being, I guess, a bit scoffy or sneery, they would call it, right? And I think Alex is suggesting, correct me if I'm wrong here, Alex, that the papers used to criticize and look down on people who waved the flag around. Is that
back
right?
when they used to go, benefits Britain, wasn't it? Back when they used to
Yes.
take poverty porn out of people
Yeah.
broke, and now they're like championing them as heroes.
Mm.
Or like, what's it called? That bastard who killed that man, Jeremy Kyle. Yeah, like
and
it was
it's obviously a tactic, so they can go on the side of and push the reform.
well, they're useful idiots now. That's
Yeah.
the difference. These people are
Where's-
useful in pushing the point that they want them to push. So,
I
They
just
were
want to say,
definitely
where's
being
White
called
D
out.
in all this?
What's that?
Where's White D in all this?
oh God, White D.
What's
White
White
D?
D? Sorry, you lost me.
Do you not remember? But she was on Benefit Street. There was White D and Black D.
Yeah, there was two.
Oh yeah, that woman.
I didn't watch
That one
Benefit
Benefit
Street, I
I
have to
didn't.
say, because I hated the.
I heard about it though. She was like a kind of like, I mean, they used to mock.
She was a main character.
She had main
she was
character.
like the mum of the street.
Yeah.
I can't say too much, but a friend of mine was on the crew for that show. And we actually got in one of the few ever big fights that we ever had was over them working on that show and being like, why are you filming these guys? They're clearly rock bottom and they're struggling.
Yeah.
And you're exploiting them for fuck all money. I mean, in many ways, we were actually, do you remember Bum Fights when that came out?
Yeah.
How controversial that was.
Yeah.
And there was this weird part of me going, yeah, but they're homeless and no one's going to help them. They've got no money, but they are exploiting them at the same time. So whereas what like you can tell them not to go and do that, but then you're just going to leave them to die on the street anyway.
Yeah.
Well, the difference is now these people are like useful scapegoats for like the right wing machine. So it's kind of come full circle. And what they're failing to realize is that they were once the victims of this, and now they're focusing on kicking down on other people that are the victims of it when they should be looking up.
There was definitely
the millionaires.
I was working in football at the time, so I used to coach. I coached for like a decade, and there was definitely this element of classism coming from the papers, looking down at all the football fans.
Always has been.
Yeah, and until now, and then suddenly it's like, oh no, they're great, and you're
Well,
like,
look at Hillsborough.
yeah, blaming. Why I can't speak here? I've got a Scouser here.
You just
Well,
I mean, throughout the 80s, all football fans were perceived as hooligans, and one of the reasons why Hillsborough happened was because of the attitude of the South Yorkshire police and also their incompetence.
But a lot worse, sadly, because the far right recruited directly, like the EDL, the BNP, etc., like the National Front recruited from football fans.
Yes.
I'm feeling attacked right now as I'm wearing an Arsenal shirt.
Hashtag not all football fans.
Not all football fans, not all people from Essex.
No, but this was why the Kick Racism Out of Football campaign was so important, and to have it's just because it is really hard to get tickets for footy matches, especially if you're a Liverpool fan, Man United, who got beaten by Grimsby this week. Can we all just take a moment to laugh? I'm sorry to people watching this who support Man U, but you got beaten by fucking Grimsby. They're in League Two, mate. In League Two, that's the 4th tier of the fucking football divisions. Jesus Christ!
And they let them mix now. They let them all mingle up together because it used to be different divisions, didn't it? The Premiership, there was like
it's the Milk Cup or what I call it's the Carabao Cup or whatever it's called now.
Oh, they've got so many mad new cups.
It's a cup where they could all play each other.
Well, it's the same cup. They just get a different sponsor every other year.
Sounds a bit Stomp is already dead. Like
in the same way, I will dead name Snickers till the day I die. I will dead name the Milk Cup. For me, it will always be the Milk Cup. That is it.
Opal fruits.
When Oxford last won it.
But yeah, I mean the way that football fans were demonized in the press in the 1980s, and that went on until quite way into the 90s. Don't forget, the whole thing about Hillsborough was that the establishment kept claiming it was the fans that did it when it wasn't. It was police incompetence. It was the police who channeled people in to an area that couldn't fit that many people in. It was an incompetent police officer who had never looked after a football match before.
Was it Marina Perkis earlier who was saying that there was some involvement with the ECHR with the victims getting recognition of that?
Yeah,
is that
it
right?
was down to ECHR.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Labour are putting off their legislation, the Hillsborough law, and they're riling the fuck out of people because they're like failing to implement like the duty of candour or something. They've not committed to that, and it's that they were supposed to do it in March and they've gone back on their promise. So they're pissing off what is essentially our national conscience. I consider Liverpool to be kind of like our national conscience politically. And that's why I think Tenkoni and the UKIP wankers were there the other week, because they're trying to feel it out. They're trying to feel out whether or not they've got any, and they were seen off by like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of Liverpudlians. But there was like about 30 odd. They're starting to gain. Even Scotland, they're starting to get people like this. Yeah. And Scotland's like normally like, nah, you wouldn't ever see a butcher's apron up there. And Wales, unfortunately, because like Trump's America, they go for the poorest, those with the lowest educational outcomes, those with the fewest resources, so they're less likely to think about how their mortgage is going to be affected, etc. And they take the piss out of them and con them. And it'll only be when it's too late for all of us that they'll realise what they've done, just like with Trump.
Yeah.
I absolutely agree. I've heard who was it? It was there was a phone in, and I think we might have been out on LBC or one of those shows, and there was a landlady trying to defend owning properties, and they were like, "So how many properties do you own?" Like, I own 3, and the presenter was like, "So let me get this straight. You've got 3 groups of people living in your house, and they spend a third of their working day working, and they give all that money from that third of the day to you to pay for your second, third, fourth house that you do not need." Because she was complaining about inheritance tax. She was complaining about having to pay more tax. And it's like, fuck. And she's like, I worked hard for my money. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but I hate to fucking bang this drum again, but being a landlord is not exactly a difficult job, especially if you're a fucking slumlord.
Sorry, Graham. Do you know who is cashing in, though? All the Tory donors that are running the hotels.
Yes.
I mean, huge Tory donor companies. I've been researching this in the last couple of days because I'm about to kind of like birth out about 3 videos in a row.
Yes.
But
Triplets.
there is, but there's Serco. But Mia's group alone landed a billion, in contracts. Clear Springs Ready Homes profits doubled, 28 million to 62 million under the Conservatives for hotels, and yeah, toy-link companies are making loads of money, and they were also making money out of those like asylum centres that were like concentration camps, like Manston. And maybe Stockholm was also docked at a place which was owned by a UKIP, a huge UKIP donor that was linked to
And aren't those contracts still like they're in place till 2029 as well? So there's not even anything that they can't wiggle out of it. And
I
just
don't know
sort of,
about that. I personally don't know, but I do know that under Genric it went from 9,500 people to 47,500 people because they weren't processing it because of the high acceptance rate. So you look lenient.
Okay. Can I just be sorry? I've literally got to shoot off because I've got to go to work. But before I go, can I just say there's 206 people watching this right now, and we've only got 47 likes. So let's get on that like button and smash the granny out.
You sound like a live TikToker.
You're a tart with a heart, aren't you, Wayne?
Well, look, I've got to go and deliver the nation's milk. You know what I mean? I'm making breakfast dreams come true. So. Yeah.
Pat Mustard.
Pat Mustard. Da, 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 da.
So I have got to shoot off, but I will be in the chat. So don't get lively in the chat because I will ban you.
Spoken like a true football fan.
But also, I didn't drop a C-bomb tonight. That was someone else.
That was Aid. That was Aid who demonetised us.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'll let you off.
Right, so I've got to go. So have a good one. I might pop up later, depending on how busy I get.
Bye, Wayne.
Thanks, Wayne.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, we've got a quick super chat come in from Alistair. £5 super chat. Supertansky. Anti-immigration protests. No more local voices I found at them. Up here we know the local fash, far-right faces. And also, indie biker Stevie was saying most of the protesters in Scotland are Protestant Rangers supporters. So it's the Rangers Celtic divide in Glasgow, and it can get quite grimly nationalistic up there of two countries that aren't Scotland, which is the maddest thing. You see these matches, and the Celtic fans have all got Irish flags. And the Rangers fans have all got like Union Jacks, and it's like, where's the Scottish flags? Where's it? Anyway, but yes, and Pete's Music says, Wayne, you CNT done the button. So thank you very much to Pete's Music for giving us a like there. But yeah, today the news came through, didn't it, about the judgment on the Bell Hotel in Epping to say, actually, no, the refugees can stay there. Which was kind of predicted that it would happen because it's what the government wanted. But now you've got the likes of Elon Musk going, oh, this is going against the will of the people of Epping. The will of the people of Epping is being eroded for the gratitude of these illegal immigrants. And it's like, the way that this whole story is framed is just so frustrating because it's such immense and utter bullshit. And nothing good. Nothing good's going to come of it.
Did Kemi Badenoch actually joined in on this and said that the rights of immigrants are trumping the rights of British people? I mean, it's bullshit. It's complete bullshit.
Do you know what? Farage is trumping my right to do what I want to do to Farage. Where's the justice? Where's the justice?
I don't think Labour should have opened this hotel again. It was shut under the Tories. Reopening it in an area like Loughton, which has had far right infiltration for fucking decades, is stupid. It's basically like asking for like advertisement for the far right because they were always going to latch onto it. It's such a stupid idea to reopen it. Leave it be. Let the far right there quieten down because it was going to become a flashpoint. They're so fucking out of touch. They're like a lost ghost. They don't have a clue how these communities are functioning. Yeah. They've got a scary lack of knowledge about how the far right functions. And they're doing things like appealing it. Just fucking like, I get they have to because otherwise they're going to end up in like houses of multiple occupancy and it's going to be harder to kind of keep tabs. But I don't think they should have ever reopened it. It was always going to be a contentious area for this.
Yeah.
But
Of
then
all the
this-
places, the worst is probably one of the worst sites in the country for far right activity. And they were like, we're going to reopen it and inflame those tensions that are kind of dying down a bit. Are they fucking stupid? Seriously.
Yes,
Just before we go on, Alex, sorry, a correction in the chat, which is quite right. The judge hasn't said we're throwing this case out and it can stay open forever. This is just allowing the government to appeal the case. But while the government is appealing the case, they're having a stay on the hotel staying open. But it was planning regulations. That's what they got them on, which they didn't have. You know, for the change of function, change of use of the building, they didn't apply with the
technicality, essentially.
And because of Genric's policy, they were, sorry, I'll be very brief. Because of Genric's policy, they're overcrowded and they're dangerous. Sorry, who was I interrupting?
No one.
I was just going to say, like, quickly, the attack back, the clap back that Labour should be making on this is asking why the Conservatives, or like the political right in this country, deigned to shut the processing centres that were originally designed and facilitated to house people like this. It's the closure of those and the outsourcing to hotels, to your premier inns and your travel lodges, that's wound people up so much because they don't want them in their communities. But B, because of the cost, and that's a Tory thing. That's about like shutting down public services and then palming them off to expensive outsourced donor facilities. This is a Tory-bred problem, but the absence of that conversation, of being willing to stand up there behind a podium and saying, this isn't our fault. Like, we're trying to fix this. This is the problem that is bred from 14 years of Tory neglect, from austerity, from racism. It is that absence, that vacuum, that then allows the far right to flourish and go, oh, they're not taking it seriously. It's like, how about a fucking counterpoint? Like, how about instead of
feel that could be just because they think they've had a year, so they can't use that excuse anymore, and they'll just get pushed back? Or do you think they're just being weak?
I personally think that they are strategizing. It's their summation that if they ape and placate Reform for long enough, that Reform's voters will come over to their way of thinking. But you only need to see the clapbacks that they like. Every time Keir Starmer posts another thing going like, if you come to Britain illegally, we will deport you on day one. But everybody in the comments is just like, no, you won't. What are you doing? You should deport. You should kill them. Kill them, Keir. It's like nothing is ever hard enough.
No,
it's
I mean,
never going to be enough.
We're living in a time now, unfortunately, everyone just thinks he's a liar.
Yeah. So the far right think that he's a liar, and the centre and centre left are like, what are you doing? We are literally half the country, and you are placating 10%, 7% of the most batshit. Like, I remember reminding my missus this morning of a tweet that I saw months ago. My missus, a tweet I saw months ago doing the rounds that you will all probably remember. And it was so simple and succinct. And it just said, it's a devastating time to be even remotely intelligent.
It's fucking amazing.
Like this is a perfect example of that. It's like, obviously, the way to get people out of hotels, expensive hotels that are funneling money, public services money, tax money to billionaires, to donors. Obviously, the way to deal with this, to stop the problem with small boats, is to facilitate visas, a humane processing policy, actual accommodation. But nobody's willing to have that conversation because they're all placating fucking morons. It's like, it is a devastating time to be even remotely intelligent, because you literally stood on the sidelines from the centre left screaming, can you please engage your brain? And literally everybody who's supposed to represent you, or people from your political tribe, are going, oh, well, we don't want to piss off the roundabout painter people.
Don't want to piss off old B&Q Dave.
No, it is like, it's like we're trying to build a hospital, and we go, come on, can you give us a hand with this hospital that we're building? They're like, no, I'm too busy wanking off this moron. And you're like, how is that helping? Who are you helping?
Well, we've all been there, Graham.
Yeah, true. One Angry Pagan, thank you very much for the £2 super chat. Too much thinking in primary colours. Indeed, yes. I just, it is like I said earlier, just looking across the pond, and Alex, I'd like to talk to you about this a bit, because this is the rise of fascism, isn't it, in America? It's very frustrating that there's so few voices in British media going, oh my God, look what's happening in America. Let's not have that here. Instead, Nigel Farage gets 2.5 hours, 2.5 hours on the BBC and all the news stations this week because he made a speech. A guy on the sixth biggest fucking number of MPs after the Lib Dems, the SNP, the Tories, the Greens.
What did he say though?
He went off on one about immigrants and boats, and he was going to send 600,000 people back. There's only 100,000.
There's not even 600,000 fucking refugees in this country.
There's only 100,000.
Oh, you guys are just giving me. I've literally written a load of facts, and I can actually reel them all off and connect them together in one go.
Go.
Tan, you said 47,000 refugees.
500 between 2020 and 2023.
So there are 50,000 churches. You could put one refugee in each church, which is exactly what Jesus would have done.
Yeah. They'll love that because this is a Christian country.
Love it.
And then
he's a nice guy.
And then it's almost like they're manufacturing fear. I don't know why I've used that sentence. I have no idea where that.
Oh, is it that book? I've got your book actually on my book. I can't. That's not even my camera anymore. It's on my bookshelf behind me, and you've got it behind you. Alex's book. Go buy it. Manufacturing Fear.
Oh, you wrote a book.
I've got Alex's book as well. I've got Alex's book as well. Oh. It's in my bedroom. I could go and get it. I could go and get it.
Well, I'm still waiting for news.
Thanks for sending it to me. I'm going to probably take it on when I go away next week. I
love the way he just laughs at it. Every time he laughs and just says nothing. He just moves forward. He's like, I'm not even.
Would you like a copy of the book?
I'll get you a copy of your nudes.
Oh
my God. Excuse me, Scott. Please.
Wait, can we let Alex
not objectify Alex. That's my job.
Can we let him? And mine.
All right.
Where's Aid gone? Aid's disappeared.
Aid's not gone. He's got an amazing hat on.
Where's Aid gone?
He's frozen.
He hasn't played.
I can't see him.
Aid's got Weekend at Bernie's. He's literally frozen.
Has he? Yeah, no, Aid, come back. I didn't mean what I said.
He does, but can we let Alex finish point for once?
Oh, he's here. We can hear him.
Why I'm frozen.
I just can't see you.
Oh, right.
All right, Alex, finish your point before we.
I'm gonna go find your book on Amazon. Go.
Can I point out how they're complaining about people living in a hotel, yet Alan Partridge did the best series, which was about him being a total fucking loser living in a hotel.
Yeah.
And now somehow that's the pinnacle of achievement in Britain to live fucking Alan Partridge. Then to point out with Farage and his little thing in Oxford, do you know how many viewers he had live on YouTube? Does anyone know?
No.
300.
Really?
300.
Wow,
so
I get more than that.
Graham, we're almost more than fucking Farage. You should have a national press conference stating how you are more popular than Nigel Farage.
We've got 210 people watching now.
But he doesn't have to worry about that because he's platformed by every actual broadcaster, despite being a minority party. I mean, this is Davey doesn't get a look in.
Well, Ed Davey would not get this sort of coverage. In a million.
He's got a bit recently because he said like a fucking ledge that he's going to boycott Trump's visit to Britain, which I think is brilliant.
Yeah, but if Ed Davies said, you know what, guys, I'm going to submit a policy. I'm going to announce a policy on immigration, right? I'm going to do this tomorrow at 9:00. So I just need you all to show up. They wouldn't show up. No one show up. No, BBC aren't going to broadcast that live.
But that's because of the danger element, isn't it? It's like if Farage says, I'm going to do something tomorrow morning at 9, the BBC, Sky News, The Guardian, The Times, all of them will cover it because they're worried or concerned or alert to the prospect that Farage or Tice are going to say something kind of worrying, like I'm going to round up all the immigrants. It's like, oh my God, that's dangerous. We should cover that. And they should cover it. But when Ed Davey says something compassionate and kind and understanding and reasonable, yeah, it's like, it's a different thing. It's like, if it bleeds, it leads. There's a danger thing that they have to cover.
He's copy.
Yes.
It's good copy to them, and that's all they give a shit about because they're competing in a world of clicks and sensationalism that's now gone online and isn't just on the front of a paper. So it's all about the money machine. So they're creating him and perpetuating him and keeping him in business because it's just good money. And also because when he gets into power, people, the billionaires that own the newspapers, the like free big companies in this country, because we haven't really got any proper press freedom. They'll be given massive tax breaks and, you know, they'll be able to keep all their money offshore and they won't have to worry about anything because that's who Farage is really working for.
Yeah. There was some good news,
companies, isn't it?
There was some good news on that front this week, wasn't there? With Noel Clarke with his attempt to silence the women who spoke out against him, and the Guardian newspaper took on the case and won.
20 women.
Wow.
Miss Paula Thomas, thank you very much for the £5 super chat. If the government hadn't challenged Epping, it would have been a precedent which would have meant closing all the hotels. I don't know because it was based on the change of use of the hotel, but you might be right about them having to close. But here's the thing. Labour want to close the hotels. Like, this is their plan over the next few years. They want, by the next election, they want all the hotels to be closed and to be not a backlog of asylum refugees seeking asylum.
I know it's literally one of their policies, one of their promises. But
put them in a church.
No one seems to believe
That's what they're fucking for. Yeah. The whole fucking point of the church is to heal the sick and look after the poor. What the fuck else is the point in it? You literally put one in each church. And it would mean, so I actually checked out homeless people, how many homeless people could be put into each church to cover all homeless people. And that included people who were like couch surfing and the other technical areas that would make you homeless. 9 people per church.
Yeah.
What the fuck is the church doing? And it wouldn't be a change of use because that is the purpose of the fucking church. So
to take in refugees.
Well, it's
refugees. Jesus was a fucking refugee. He's a fucking refugee.
Do you know how many hotels would go out of business the moment that this stops? Because there's not going to be enough people to stay in them. There's shitholes anyway, half of them.
Some of them still take on regular guests alongside the people that are staying there temporarily.
Does the Bell in Epping?
They're not all just.
I want to go to the Bell.
Use. You are a Bell.
I want to do a live podcast from the Bell in Epping.
Did you see that video of fucking Jacob Rees-Mogg like haunting over the edge of a wall, like talking to a bunch of immigrants, saying, "Are you illegals? Are you illegal? Is something illegal going on?"
God, it's so gross, isn't it?
Or
it's
real?
Disgusting.
This is real. This is real.
This is the thing that they don't get. That fundamentally, that right wingers and all of their supporters, and it doesn't matter if it's reform or conservative or like advance or whatever. This is the fundamental dynamic that they don't understand. Is like, when you are not the underdog, when you are the oppressor or the traditional archetype of the persecutor or whatever, you don't have the right, the optics to be able to do that stuff. If you're Jacob Rees-Mogg and you're sitting on £100 million fortune and your country piles and your nanny and your private school background or whatever, you can't. You absolutely cannot. It is charmless at best on a good day for you to lean over a thing and then go like, "Are you illegal?" It's so gross.
That's what basically what he did. And he owns fucking Saltburn, basically. This guy who paid himself, he had loads of his like money offshore, and then he paid himself from dividends, gave himself a little cut of it, which was 6 million, to do up his literal castle. And then you've got Annunziata, his like toff sister, laying into Angela Rayner.
Because she bought a fucking second home.
For buying a property.
Tories of all for people getting second homes, pulling themselves up by the bootstraps.
Unless it's like a woman who literally came from like a council estate and was a teen mother and then a carer. And then obviously she's fair game, isn't she? Because it's okay to like lay into the working classes when, you know, they've done all right for themselves. You know, how dare they?
Yeah.
You absolutely feel like the scary thing, it's been twisted around so much that these flag shaggers who are out there putting flags would say, "Oh yeah, well, Angela Rayner shouldn't be getting a second home." They would literally be agreeing with that.
Yeah.
Who was that Tory that didn't know how many luxury flats he had? Wasn't that old Hunt?
Yeah,
Jeremy Hunt.
Jeremy Hunt.
Jeremy Hunt, he got 12.
I accidentally on purpose forgot that I had like an entire fucking block of luxury flats. It's
Yeah.
like, what?
And
Feckless
wasn't
rich.
there was some sort of like it was, I don't want to say corruption, but it was a bit of corruption to it.
Say it with your chest, Aid.
Yeah,
There
because
was
he
like
dodged the tax by buying 12.
And wasn't like the
Yeah.
thing came in at 13 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are you talking about? Is that
Jeremy
Hunt?
Hunt, yeah. It was a loophole. They know all the loopholes because they created them. Andy Thompson, thank you very much for the £5 super chat. Putting one small boat refugee in every church along with Jesus, the OG Palestinian refugee, might qualify it as a hotel. Do you know what I think they should bring back? So in Durham here, in the Durham Cathedral, which is a beautiful, beautiful cathedral, and was used in the first couple of Harry Potter movies and was in Endgame, the Avengers movie. There's a knocker on the door, right?
Wow.
And it's known as the Sanctuary Knocker. Thank you very much for that. Wow.
Why is Tan laughing at the word knocker?
Because
I'm
we
laughing
like
at
knockers.
Yeah, Tan.
Hey, it's gross now.
I'm laughing at Aid's amazing, like,
So-
talkative burps. It made
The Sanctuary Knocker, right? Played an important
That's also funny.
role,
I
right?
had a DVD called that.
Those who had committed a great offence, such as murder in self-defence or breaking out of prison, could rap the knocker and they'll be given 37 days of sanctuary within which they could try and reconcile with their enemies or plan their escape. Let's bring that back. That's brilliant. That'd be so cool. Just, you go and do something horrible to a UKIPper.
If I'm not
So if
mistaken,
they
in
bang on your
America-
knocker, you've
Let
got
me
to
in.
give them sanctuary.
I think
You
in
got- yeah, you
America
got-
you can still do that.
They had a sentry. They had sentries sitting outside all
I'm gonna
day
put
and
it on
all night in
Tinder.
case someone turned up. So they could be let in any day or night.
pretty sure
Aid,
you
So
can.
true as a saying, though.
Alex, like I was just thinking, like Tinder. I'm gonna put I'm missing a trick. I should get on Tinder and say like, bang my
Bang on my
knocker, I'll give you
knockers and you get
sanctuary.
sanctuary.
Sanctuary. Behold the Sanctuary Knockers. 37 days.
I'm pretty sure
A peace
that
of
is
brotherly
actual-
love.
I'm pretty sure that's still an
Motivating.
actual thing, though.
Yes,
In churches,
motorboat it.
like if you
Motorboat.
killed somebody, the police cannot arrest you if you seek sanctuary in a church or something like that. But what would happen is the priest or whoever runs that church would convince you to turn yourself in. That's what their job would be to do.
Or
to,
they would try and fuck you.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But it depends on
It's
your
not-
age. I mean, obviously,
obviously.
it depends on your age because
You got to just
what they're
decide
like.
how
If you're a
badly you want to be in
14-year-old that
Britain.
killed somebody,
You're fucking hell, mate.
We've got a question from George George, who also drops a super chat in. Thank you, George George. Is there a history of anyone from the privately educated who has been homeless? Alex, have you been homeless?
Oh, low blow.
No, but I think Karl Marx was homeless for a period.
Ooh.
Yeah, but he's
think he was
never going to live
completely
like
educated.
common people. Like, I mean, let's face it. I mean, anyone that's like homeless and probably from that background is like cosplaying at homelessness, surely, unless their
I
family
don't know.
completely cut them off.
Tam.
I think the stats that show that even if you're super wealthy, within I think it's 5 to 8 generations, you could become homeless.
Whereas with us, it's one paycheck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
literally.
5 or 6 days.
We'll filter through the generations, and then
Yeah,
we'll
a
just
month
like
away.
Well, maybe in
literally-
200 years' time, old chap, when the pile starts falling apart. But yeah,
I'm
Tan, have
definitely
you?
aware. In the back of my head, there's definitely a thing going around where people were homeless, even if they privately educated or went to.
So my missus went to private school, and she knew a girl, I think, who got into the wrong crowd and got into like drugs and booze and stuff, and a very chaotic upbringing. And I don't think it's. I think it can happen. I think it's rare, obviously rarer, but it can happen.
I think also, I mean, maybe less now, but in the 1980s, if you came out as gay to your parents, doesn't matter if they owned the fucking country
goodbye.
pile, they'll kick you out. And a lot of young men on the streets of London in the 80s were gay because
Yeah.
they'd been kicked out by their
I've
family.
had.
They were.
had
Actually,
3
gay
friends in the
homelessness
private
is still
sector.
a massive issue.
Go on, sorry, Scott.
Sorry, gay homelessness is still a big issue
Really?
to this day. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What, like people ostracized from families, kicked out, and then
Yes.
really?
Yeah.
That's
Yes, especially in
incredibly
America.
sad.
Yeah.
Wow.
Everyone's very Christian, so they throw their own children out the
Yeah, they're
house
throwing their own children away.
because they're not doing
Especially
it
in
right.
America, especially trans
Yeah.
individuals.
That's like a sort of Bible Belt honor killing almost,
who
isn't
turn,
it?
you know,
But
who
where
basically turn to sex work to help survive.
We're two different types of cloth from two different animals.
Yes.
Don't stone anyone anymore. What's that about?
Well,
Like...
you know, I mean, my partner had a period the other day, and we didn't actually burn 2 fucking pigeons, but you know.
Did you not?
You didn't.
No, we didn't burn 2 pigeons. God's got to be very pissed off with us.
Why the fuck was he burning pigeons?
Apparently, I'm never going to be. I'm never going to be able to join the tabernacle of the Lord because I'm a can. No, because I wear glasses. Because I wear glasses, you're not allowed to have the big long list of ailments. One of them is not very good eyesight. Another one is festering testicles. You will not join the tabernacle of the Lord if you have festering testicles.
Sorry.
Festus testes.
Festy testes.
Festy testes. Get out. Get out. You're not welcome.
Graham, what were you going to ask me? It's going to bother me if you don't ask.
So what were we talking about? We were talking about
testes.
Testes. Festy testes.
Churches.
Churches. Homelessness.
Churches.
Were you going to ask me if I go in a church, will I set on fire?
No. Oh, what was it? I can't remember. Anyway, One Angry Pagan says Freddie Mercury spent some time homeless. He was privately educated in India before his family fled to Zanzibar.
Yeah, his family were pretty much like middle class here, though, weren't they? They weren't, they weren't super rich.
Yeah. And people are saying the game that still exists today. A lot of bigoted families out there. Yeah.
I think 30% of people in prison. They're there. Well, they're not there because of, but there is an association. They've been abused, neglected, orphans, care homes, and then if you add in no education, abuse, and neglect, it's about 50%.
Yeah.
So that can happen. That can happen, and then race, which would make it higher, I think.
Yeah.
But that basically means it can come from any class. Anyone can be abused and neglected within any class.
Well, my own exception was people being cut off, which that would fall under being cut off, wouldn't it? Like if you were cut from the family, riches, drugs, it's usually drugs, bigotry, etc.
We proved during COVID that we can house all the homeless people.
Yeah.
Do we put them in churches?
Yeah. Actually, Alex, we could put them in the big buildings in the middle of London and stuff that are empty because everyone's working from home.
The one in Stratford is a massive cash cow, and it is both basically like mostly shut. Was it called Stratford? You'll know this, Aid. One Stratford, I think it's called, isn't it?
Big office building.
No, it's like a big luxury flats building in Stratford.
Is it empty?
Do you know what? Do I look like somebody who hangs out in fucking luxury buildings?
No, but I thought I was going to say because of your knowledge and your research, you twat. But you might have some understanding.
I thought you were like you'll know this with your country clubs and your private schools.
No. I'm basing this purely on your bitterness, your bitter anger.
Oh, that's much better.
I'm honing in on your best skills here. No, but it's called One Stratford or something, but it's basically mostly empty because nobody can afford to buy luxury flats in just basically adjacent to.
If you can, you're not going to do it in Stratford.
No, and there was some reason for me saying that. I don't know what it is. Maybe just going, fuck.
Homeless people.
The homeless in them.
Homeless people. Yeah.
Well, yes, exactly. But also, I mean, we've got a massive problem, as you say, with landlords as well, and the property crisis.
Oh my God, they've all kicked off this week because.
Oh, poor them.
I know. Rachel wants to put
tax them.
Taxes on their rents that they're charging.
Is it national insurance? Oh, I thought it was national insurance.
No, yes. No. I know what you're talking about. Are you talking about inheritance tax?
No. That was a whole thing last week.
No, there is. I know what you're saying. They are going to be taxing they're floating at the moment, aren't they? Because we've got the spring
responses,
budget coming up. So no, not the spring, autumn statement. Sorry.
Oh, well, Tan, I was mentioning coming to Liverpool.
Taxing landlords to raise £2 billion, expanding national insurance.
Yes, it was as
include rental income.
Good. They fucking should.
That's why they flipped out.
Yeah, of course they did, because the greedy bastards. Sheriff Fatman. Tanya, somebody coming to Liverpool. We got a message here from Martin in Liverpool saying Freddie lived in the Dovedale Towers for a while before Queen. So the Dovedale Towers happened to be on a very famous street in Liverpool that you might have heard of called Penny Lane. So when I'm giving you your Beatles tour of Liverpool, we can stop at the Dovedale Towers for a swift half, because the Beatles are also associated with Dovedale Towers for another reason. And I can take you down to Woolton. We can go and visit Eleanor Rigby's grave. We can go and see
you've got to call it
the houses of all the Beatles. And it turns out that John Lennon's dad went to my school.
Oh wow!
When it was an orphanage.
Is so cool. I mean, I really want to do this tour because I'm like an obsessive Beatles fan. But now you've added in my beloved
Freddie and the Beatles in one place. It's a lovely pub. It's a lovely pub.
I've actually ordered a print of Freddie Mercury in profile, like the Queen on a stamp with a crown on. It's an amazing bit of graphic work.
We're going to have a Liverpool pub crawl. We'll also go to the Egbert Arms, famous for being the birthplace of Dave Lister in Red Dwarf.
What's the
Arms.
Yes!
What's the pub in Liverpool with the listed toilets?
That's the Philharmonic.
Yeah, I've been there.
You've been in the men's toilets.
Yeah, I peed in the listed toilets.
Philharmonic toilets.
Aid, your face, I tell you.
There's a Philharmonic pub and the toilets are listed. They can't do any amendments.
Grade 1 listed.
Grade 1
they've probably got those fancy urinals. We've got them in the Oddly near me, like Victorian urinals. Yeah. But Aid's face, when he's wearing that hat and he makes a grimace, he does actually look like a kind of he does look gam, like proper gam.
And Tan, I'll take you to the public toilets where in the 1940s, Sir Alec Guinness was caught gobbling off a bloke.
Oh wow!
In St. John's Gardens. True story.
I'm gonna have to disappear, but I don't.
Oh no!
No! Can I ask one last question? What's your favorite Beatles song?
Sorry,
see if you can do better than Kemi.
Favorite Beatles song.
What's your favorite Beatles?
I think I know what Graham's is.
You know what mine is, don't you? Because we've discussed this.
Day in the Life.
Day in the Life. It sums up the Beatles. It's this amazing song. It's got two parts to it, which are very different, but somehow stick together.
It's a
John's
fucking
bit
masterpiece.
and Paul's bit, and it's just brilliant. And then it ends with that fucking mad orchestra rise where the notes just keep going up and up and up, and then it ends on this mad C chord played on 8 grand pianos all at the same time, and then they kept turning the volume up, so it's like sustained for like a really ridiculous.
George Martin was a fucking god,
absolutely legendary. But I mean, it's very difficult. They had about 263 songs, I think, something mad like that. I mean. And nearly all of them were Boss. I even like the Ringo fucking songs. I like Octopus's Garden.
You gotta I like different ones at different times. I mean, recently Abbey Road's my favourite album, so I always get stuck between Oh Darling and She's So Heavy, which are kind of like the battle of Paul McCartney. I think that's Paul McCartney's best song. It's a proper old kind of like bluesy song. But She's So Heavy was basically like the first ever Doom song. Ever. Yeah. It's got that kind of dirty, doomy kind of metal sound to it. It's so ahead of its time, isn't it? But I'm with you in A Day in the Life. There is like no other song that's ever been written that's anything like that.
But Tomorrow Never Knows. What a song. I mean, someone did a comparison with Chemical Brothers' Setting Sun, with Noel Gallagher, and they just completely...
It's a remix,
they ripped it off so badly. But in the chat, we've got Ticket to Ride. Tracy's saying, from Roger, Tracy's saying Penny Lane for me, and for me, I might be tempted to go for Penny Lane, actually. Just not because I think it's the best song, but because I find it really nostalgic now. And I think it's really clever. Song. The chord progression goes down all the way through until the very last chorus when it goes up to Penny Lane. And it's just very winsome and nostalgic. And I used to get the bus to Penny Lane every day for school. That was my bus, the 92 to Penny Lane. And so,
That's amazing.
I bought Nirvana's Nevermind album from Penny Lane Records and OK Computer. So,
when it came out.
Yeah, on the day it came out.
That's wild, man. I mean, we used to, luckily, our Christian kind of pianist that we had at our school.
You had the Christian pianist at your school?
Well, probably a fair few of them.
Hey.
It was tragically white. But there was they used
That's like Alex's.
Oh, fucking hell. But we
now.
used to sing Penny Lane and the Yellow Submarine. Fucking hell, Alex. I'm so sorry about Scott.
Yeah, sorry about Scott. We
no
apologise,
excuse
Alex.
for
I'm not sorry at all.
Alex,
Says
what's
with a smile.
Alex, what's your favourite Beatles song?
I gotta be honest, there's way
I
too
don't
many.
like
It's actually really difficult to pick.
I don't
one.
like
You mentioned
them.
Yellow Submarine,
I
I'm
can't
a
think of
Walrus, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
Sarah Davis is
Lucy in
suggesting.
the Sky with
Beatles.
Diamonds.
Sarah Davis is
And
suggesting.
then there's
Sorry.
one that's an absolute classic that seems to always get missed. Twist and Shout.
Yeah,
Which is
Oh
a
yeah.
fucking great tune.
Come on now, baby. Now it's probably
but that was a cover
Really,
version.
like-
That was a cover. That wasn't
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Beatles.
it was.
But there's a really good call here from Sarah saying "Long and Winding Road." That is a fucking great song. And while my guitar gently weeps,
Oh man.
that kills me every time.
What's that documentary? Because I've watched it. I'm going to watch it again tonight. That amazing documentary where it was the recording of there were bits of Let It Be, not Let It Be. What's that album called? Fuck.
Abbey Road.
No, with Let It Be on it.
Let it be.
It is called Let It Be.
Yeah,
I always
the
get it
album's
mixed
called
up.
Let
I
It
always
Be.
get it mixed up with another one. But it's got songs of that and Abbey Road on it, and it's like an 8-hour documentary, and you see him picking together, like you see Paul McCartney trying out like the beginnings of songs, and you're seeing it just be born, and it's all in beautiful like colour, and it's like a documentary behind the scenes of them making that album, and it ends with them on the rooftop doing the rooftop show. And Ringo Starr nicked his missus's raincoat because it was so cold up on the roof, because I think it was like December or January or something.
That's all plugged into The Simpsons, isn't it? When he becomes the 4 barbershop.
Oh, I love that
Yeah,
episode.
yeah,
The
yeah.
B
On the
Sharps. The B Sharps.
I didn't.
B
Yeah, the B
sharps.
sharps.
That's
I
fucking
didn't
genius.
realize.
That
Yeah,
episode.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can I ask, what's the song? Is it when
No
I'm
one's asked me what
64?
my favorite Beatles song is.
Sorry.
It's going to be
What's this-
Maxwell's Silver Hammer, isn't it?
Oh, fuck that.
It's Alex has just put that in. Different Alex has put that in the chat.
What are you saying, Alex?
What's the song which goes "When I'm 64"? Is it
That's
when,
when I'm
When I'm
64.
64.
It is
Literally.
when I'm 64.
Yeah, the Beatles are quite straightforward like that. They weren't
Sorry,
Sufjan
sorry,
Stevens.
Scott.
What's that song about Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds? What's that?
Scott, what's your favourite song by the Beatles?
Come Together.
Oh, very good.
Oh, that's a good one.
That
One and
is
one and
one
one
of
is
the
three.
songs- That's the song Paul McCartney's working out.
Yeah.
You see him
Yeah.
working it out, and also you see George temporarily leave the band.
Got to be good looking because you're so hard to see. That is,
Oh.
come on, that's a clever lyric. So we had the question: how many holes in Blackburn, Lancashire? Does anyone know how many holes there are?
3,000.
No,
Isn't it 3,000?
no,
8,000.
no.
Holes.
Yeah, how many
In
holes?
Blackburn, Lancashire.
It's-
But the holes are rather small.
But now we know how many holes it takes to fill the way Albert Hall.
And I'm not going to say the next line because that's
You're
what
almost
Scott
out.
would
You're out by
say.
you're out by 1,000. Just add 1,000 to what you said.
What was it?
4,000.
It is 4,000. God, I can't
Good
believe
little
that
pub
that's
quiz
the
question. That.
number.
Get back, come together across the universe. Hey Jude.
Oh,
Let it be.
Great
Lady
song.
Madonna.
Hold your hand.
This is what
Yeah.
people are saying down the chat. Rocky Raccoon. Back in the USSR is a fucking belter of a song.
Yeah,
Back
it's
in
a
the day,
There's so many hits, man.
And-
Like, I'm
and
scanning
clever.
through them here.
because you got that sort of Beach Boys California riff going on, but it's about being in Russia, Soviet
Let
Russia.
it be some amazing.
One Angry Pagan, thank you very much. Wants to know favorite Queen songs.
Oh,
Wait,
Thanks for
did
the
we get
super
a
chat.
Beatles
we
song?
haven't got AIDS
Yeah.
Beatles song.
AIDS.
My favorite Beatle, like, I'm going to be really sad and predictable here and say "She Loves You,"
Oh yeah.
because I'm a sucker for a good pop song. Like, I don't care. I don't care how tragic or like devoid of integrity that is. I'm like, give me a good pop song. Now, there was a Little Mix song that came out a few years ago. I say a few years ago, about 10 years ago, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not a Little Mix fan. I'm not in the demographic that it's marketed
Really?
to. But as soon as I heard this song, I was like, fuck, that's a fucking belter. That is a real
Aid.
like...
Aid. Would you dance with me on the dance floor to Skater Boy by Avril Lavigne?
Actually, do you know what? Avril Lavigne's debut album, belter. Again, amazing pop songs. Yes, I would. I would.
I can see Tan just going, "What the fuck, guys? Jesus, I used to respect you."
Avril Lavigne.
I don't even
I
care.
draw the line at Avril Lavigne, and I was around as a bit of a little rebo when that song came out. And
But it's
was
a great
produced-
pop song. It
was produced
Complicated,
by
fucking
a
brilliant.
production outfit called The Matrix.
Complicated.
And
Complicated
they
was a
were
great song.
like, the whole fucking Avril Lavigne album is great. It's so good. Anyway, let's move on.
Queen songs. Queen. Before Alex goes, Alex, what's your favourite Queen song?
I Want to Break Free.
That is
Yeah.
a belter.
It's a
Great video as well.
Can I just also say the thing that fucking surprises me so much is that stadium rock, and you never hear the England fans chanting it. Like
Yeah.
I'm not being mad here, am I?
But they sing "We Are the Champions" when they
We
win.
Are the Champions is a belt.
When we never fucking win.
We do, but
The women do. The women do.
The women do.
Just the men are shit.
Twice in a row.
Yeah,
The women do.
back to back. That was
Twice in a row.
That's a big fucking achievement.
Someone accused me the other day of not being patriotic. I was like, "Oh, no, you're right. The thing that does make me feel patriotic is the women being better at the football than the men, and and roast dinners. That's it."
Fabulous. And what's your favourite Queen song, Scott? What's yours?
I would have, like, when it comes to Queen, it's always about the rockier stuff. So like when you look at like One Vision, and Stone Cold Crazy, those sort of like when they Don't Stop Me Now, like those are
amazing.
When they do the rocky rock stuff. That is
when I was a kid,
shined.
I don't know why, but when I was a kid, I always used to think that "Don't Stop Me Now" was from Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I don't believe
got a
you.
vibe to it.
It could sound like that.
Now it just reminds me of Shaun of the Dead. Kill the Queen.
So what's yours, Tan? What's your Queen
Bohemian
song?
Rhapsody? No song's ever been written like it, but I'm not choosing that as an obvious one. I really like Crazy Little Thing Called Love. I like the little rockabilly style to it, but also Killer Queen. Oh God, another one, Bites the Dust. The bass line on that.
I can tell you this one Queen song I hate.
What is?
There's a Queen song that I hate.
Fat Bottom Girls.
Bicycle.
Almost.
Shit.
Yeah.
I like to ride my bicycle.
That was Brian May on it. That was a Brian May one.
It does. It sounds a bit Brian May.
Yeah.
To be fair, but there's so many good like.
Show Must Go On was one of
The
those.
Show Must Go On.
Fabulous.
Wonderful.
Radio Gaga. That was a belter.
I love the way they were just like, basically, we're going to drop like a rock opera album and you just fucking deal with it. And it's going to be like, I mean, what they did at Live 8 was incredible. The set they did at Live 8 was amazing.
I would argue the closest anyone's got to Bohemian Rhapsody, you might not agree with me on this, is Paranoid Android by Radiohead.
I was literally going to say that. I would say that Bohemian Rhapsody and Paranoid Android are like the two songs where it's like epoch-making songs. Like, aren't they?
Yeah.
And I would say that I would place it in exactly the same category, and I'm 100% with you. Why do we have such a similar brain? You know,
I don't know. God damn it! To share the same brain and all the noise.
I'm gonna have to run.
No, you have to tell us what your favorite Queen song is before you go.
You did.
Yeah, Show Must Go On, man.
Okay, you can go. You want this class dismissed?
Amazing.
And Alex, if you want to head off.
See you later.
Bye.
Thanks so much, Aid. We love you.
Bye.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Alex. Bye.
I'm gonna have to bugger off soon, actually, because I'm. Oh, Aid's not gone.
Bye.
You can't find the button.
I'm going
you can't find the button. Press the button.
Go fuck yourself.
So no, I wasn't planning to do a late show tonight. I was planning to just go till 11:30 and then leave it there. So if you can.
Okay, but I'm gonna have to have a quick wee then. I'll
Okay,
be back.
all right, you go.
Enjoy.
All right, bye. It's following you. It's following you. It's following
Yeah,
the
it followed it.
camera follows follows Tan to the toilet. I'm like, no, turn it off. Turn it off. Press the button. Press the button. Anyway, so
I've been in that toilet. So
Supermassive Wayne is saying rock opera, Muse for fuck's sake. Yeah. Gotta say, you know,
not a fan.
You're not a fan. Not a fan of any Muse songs.
I like a couple of songs here and there. I did see them live. The only time I saw them live was They did this really special show in Horseguards Parade. It was the launch of World War Z, the movie.
Yeah.
And they did a special gig, and like Brad and Angelina were there, and all this. It's because Brad Pitt starred in the film. And yeah, Muse played about 8 or 9 songs, and yeah, I mean they're very good at what they do. And the few songs that I know, "Plug-in Baby," you know, like the hits, I'm cool with, but I think
Massive Black Hole, Hysteria.
I think they get
Hysteria is a wicked song. No, Stockholm Syndrome is a wicked song.
Stockholm Syndrome, Butterflies and Hurricanes.
I think they get a little stuck up their own arse.
Well, maybe.
Muscle Museum was like literally like what's that song by Radio? Exit music for a film.
Yes.
People joke about how basically Muse is like a section of like
it's like it's like they took a bit of Radiohead in 1997 and then they grew this new band out of them. And Radiohead went off and made some weird noises and B-sides, and they went on to Stadium Rock. But yeah, they when Muscle Museum came out, it was like, oh my god, these guys are trying to be Radiohead, but then they sort of went in their own direction.
That song's wicked though.
But Starlight was one of my faves when I was traveling. That was a real good travel song, and the music video set on a fucking cargo ship. So I was like, oh, this is perfect for me. So yeah,
the music video to Stockholm Syndrome is pretty good too.
Yeah. Oh, do you remember when music videos were fucking boss? Do you remember when they were boss? Oh, who have we got here? We got Wayne. It's because we're talking about Muse. This is like.
Did you know about Stockholm Syndrome?
This is like saying.
Oh, Stockholm Syndrome is an absolute banger.
He's come back in because it's all about Muse.
Of course I am.
This is like you say Beetlejuice 3 times and Wayne appears. You say Muse 3 times, Wayne appears.
It's either that or Candyman.
But yeah, Night to Sidonia, that was another good one.
Yeah, that for me is comparable to Bohemian Rhapsody, the way the song is structured. Because it's done in 3 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. But Bohemian Rhapsody is going to be my favourite Queen song, I think, because it's the only one I can play on the piano.
What's your favourite Queen song?
Show Must Go On.
Oh, you're with Aid.
Yeah.
That is a very good song. And in the context and everything. Yeah, nice Night to Sidonia, saying Pete in the chat. And
nice.
Yeah. And
what about Bowie? Bowie's in space.
Favorite Bowie song?
Oh, it's so flipping hard, man. I would go with Moon Age Daydream off the top of my head.
I love that.
I'd just go with Starlight. It's just a fucking classic.
Do you know what? Just for the fucking desperation of it, because obviously Heroes goes without saying, and Life on Mars and Ziggy Stardust, but 5 years. 5 years.
5 years. I was listening to that just the other day.
Honestly, hairs on the back of my neck. Seriously, that song, because it's like we knew the Earth was dying, and we have 5 years, and that's it. We're all done, and it's like that's gonna happen. That's gonna fucking happen.
The way he describes like the scenes, and then he goes. He talks about the woman drinking her milkshake and how she doesn't know she's in the song. And I'm like, that's just a fucking epic bit of writing.
Yeah.
Does anyone remember the rip-off that Mark Owen did of that song?
I don't want to know about it because it'll make me angry. It'll make me hunt him down so I can slap him.
Space Oddity as well. Space Oddity came out, didn't it? That was before the moon landing, wasn't it? Was that 68?
Yeah.
Space Oddity.
Well, this is why I don't think Bowie died. I think he just went back to space. I don't think he died. Like, I just think he returned to his planet.
Do you think it was like some sort of emissary?
Yeah, it was 1969. 1969, Space Oddity came out. The
year of the moon landing.
It was recorded in July, from July to October 1969. So that would have been at the time of the moon landings.
That's unbelievable, isn't it? Like, Space Oddity is another level, but so is Moon Age. I mean, the entire Ziggy album is like just another level. But 5 years, I'm 100% with you, because I was listening to it just the other day, just thinking, like you were saying, this is like he's prophesized.
Yeah.
He's like bloody Nostradamus.
Can we bring this together though? Under Pressure. With Bowie and Queen to bring it all together. What a fucking song! What a fucking song!
I once did that karaoke, and I was Bowie and my friend was Freddie Mercury, and we brought the house. I mean, we were pissed out of our face, and it was actually kind of like almost like a kind of like wake party for my friend's dad. And we got rat-arsed and sang that, and we were expecting like rapturous applause and everyone to kind of clap afterwards, and everyone just was sitting there like.
I can't believe you've omitted the great collaboration with Queen.
What's that?
Well, you're breaking up, mate. You're breaking up. Get a better signal.
I'm sorry.
What did you say?
So it's a great collaboration between Queen and Five. We will rock you.
Oh, how dare you! Don't bring Five into it.
Look, Basel train station. See, I'm living the gimmick.
Bas Vegas. God, you're brave being out at night in the wilds of Basildon.
I'm 6'3" wearing a high vis. I get a bit of room.
Oh yeah, I'm 5'4", and I don't have a high vis, so therefore no one sees me. I suppose that's it.
I love Under Pressure because it's David Bowie going, fucking hell, everything's bearing down on us all. Seeing good friends scream, "Let me out," and Freddie's just like, fucking love, man. He's just scatting. He's just having a good time. He's just fucking, let's dance. Shut up. Stop whinging. Let's have a fucking dance. This is our last dance. Brilliant. Fucking just as that back and forth of a duet that is up there, as far as I'm concerned, with Lee and Nancy's Some Velvet Morning, which will always be my favourite duet of all time. I'm not going to argue with anyone on that one.
All I'm thinking of now is the music video of that terrible cover that Mick Jagger and Bowie did, where people take out all the music and they just have their feet tapping around on the floor and shuffling. Have you seen those videos? No. You must have. Where it's like literally all the sound's been taken out, and it just sounds like their feet shuffling around a warehouse, and then they go.
It's
dancing in the street.
It's dancing the video. What that is like someone does a they've done it for like every artist you can imagine. So like Madonna, they've done it for everybody. It's like
you've not seen it, Graham.
Tapping of the feet, and like when they dance. So it's like it's supposed to be what you would hear if there was no music.
Right.
So,
okay.
Yeah. So it's like it's like that, you know what I mean? And it's very the best one that was done was Mick Jagger and David Bowie doing dancing.
Did you ever see the literal music video from Total Eclipse of the Heart by Bonnie Tyler? Did you ever see that?
Oh yes,
that is fucking genius. If you get a chance, don't go now because you're watching this. I mean, we'll talk about the news in a minute. We literally talked about music for the last hour.
Yay! This is what I live for, though.
That makes me happy.
Strats R Us says Teardrop Explodes is one of the greatest band names. I can't argue with that. It is a very, very good band name. It's a lot better than Blair or Oasis or dare I say Pulp.
Don't you what?
Or The Doors. The Doors is objectively, I know it's The Doors of Perception, but it's fucking shit name. But hello, I'm from a band called Table.
Yeah, I think it is one of the shittest. Oh, you mean shit?
It's a shit band name. I
thought at first you were saying it was good, and I was like, no, it's not.
No, The Doors is a shit band.
Yeah, it is particularly shit. Yeah. Pulp's good though. I think Blur's all right. I mean, of the time, it was very kind of like monosyllabic.
Yeah, one name, one syllable.
That's why Skunk and Nancy chose to have a different name. I read about this the other day. Skunk and Nancy chose.
Everyone else just going with the one name thing.
Yeah.
Ash. That was it. Doing about most letters.
Because they weren't going to be a Nancy.
Elastica.
Yeah.
Supergrass.
Oasis.
Cast.
Yeah.
We could go on all night.
you do all the 90s bands. They're all.
And Graham and Scott list all the bands.
all the fucking bands.
Politics, social. Yeah.
To be honest with you, we're talking about the best bands though.
Yeah.
The great.
Going out to party people says, I see a red door and I want to paint it black. Who was that? It was the Rolling Stones.
Rolling Stones.
It was the Rolling Stones. It was my favorite Rolling Stones song. Come on. Sympathy for the Devil. It's got to be Sympathy for the Devil. Come on, you can't beat that.
My favorite Rolling Stones song is Painted Black.
I was never really a fan of the Rolling Stones, to be honest with you.
Wild Horses?
Wild Horses. But I think my personal kind of nostalgic favourite would be
Jack Flash.
Ruby Tuesday, because
Yes.
Dad used to call
Okay.
me.
Oh, Jumping
My
Jack
granddad
Flash
used to
is
call me
shit.
Ruby Tuesday.
Oh, that is a beautiful song. That is a beautiful fucking song.
It is one of the most beautiful songs ever, but it also reminds me of my dear old granddad.
Do you know what weirdly reminds me of that now? The Sofa by Wolf Alice that came out this summer reminds me of Ruby Tuesday for some reason. I don't know. There's some vibe about it. Like a winsome fucking...
You're into your Wolf Alice, you are.
I fucking love Wolf Alice. They're
I
honestly
like
the
their
best
early
band at the
stuff.
moment. The new
I like
stuff
their-
is so fucking good. That
I've
new
not
album.
listened to it yet.
Have you not? It's very,
No.
very, very good. But Sabrina Carpenter's got a new album out today.
I do not like Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh.
She's
Tay-Tay's getting married.
So Sabrina Carpenter's
Ugh,
like
who
the
cares?
Nazi
I
gene.
care.
I care about Tay-Tay.
Scott, did you not see the news report? I think it was like for NBC. It
They
was like
cut off live television to announce
yeah,
it.
no, it was the NBC presenter outside the White House reporting on Trump and his fucking knobhead mates in the White House having a conference or something, having a cabinet meeting, and she's on her phone and she's like, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, Taylor Swift, she's getting married. Oh my god, look at the size of the rock." And it's like she's a professional news journalist outside the White House and she's losing her shit because Tay-Tay's getting married. I thought it was so awesome.
There was that thing, wasn't there, where this woman said she walked into her husband's office crying, and her husband turned around and was like, "Has it happened?" I love the way that everyone knows what "has it happened" or "has it happened yet" means. It's like a universal thing. Oh, "Get Off of My Cloud" is another one, but also so is "Give Me Shelter."
Oh yes.
Although that's got the
beautiful song.
but the woman, there was a story behind that. I think it was 20 Foot from Stardom, where it talked about amazing backing singers like Darlene Love, "Baby Please Come Home," the best Christmas song ever. She heard that on the radio when she was cleaning toilets in LA, because she recorded it and then got no money from it, and then she had this massive comeback. But the woman who sang that was a black woman who was dragged into a studio in the dead of night by the Rolling Stones to record that, and she was having to sing those words alone in like a studio full of men, basically.
Shit.
And she talked about how she felt really like and there was like no self-awareness whatsoever from any of them, obviously. But yeah, it's that's an incredible song by the Rolling Stones. But honestly, I think they are massively overrated myself. I'm not a fan of Jagger, and I just think it's probably because they've gone on too long. I like it when I'm not allowed something. So with the others, you're not going to get them back. Like you can't ever get them. Like Prince, we've missed Prince off the list.
Yeah, the Kinks.
Oh, I fucking love the Kinks, man. Like I love their kind of unreleased. They've got a bunch of kind of like B-sides and like early demo recordings.
Yeah.
Their demo recording of "I Go to Sleep" is one of the best things I've ever heard, ever.
They're just fucking brilliant. They're just absolutely fucking brilliant.
The Kinks, the entire Lola versus Money Man album is like one of my favourite albums of all time. I've actually ordered that on vinyl recently. Just need to get a good record player, because my record player's tinny as fuck.
Yeah. It's one of those things, like I've seen the Stones live, I've seen Bowie live, I've seen Paul McCartney live, and like
I've seen Prince.
not seen Prince, and not seen the Kinks or Roy Davis.
I saw Prince,
and yeah, I would have liked to, and that would have been.
I saw Prince.
Okay, cool.
Prince, "Let's Go Crazy" is like one of my favourite songs of all time.
One of the greatest guitarists of all time, Prince.
I just love that story about the beef between him and Michael Jackson and him falling off a fake lamppost. And Quincy Jones told this. No, it's will.i.am's telling the story from the perspective of how Quincy Jones told it. And then Prince or Michael Jackson, one of them tried to run each other over. And there was like a mad, like violent beef between Prince and MJ.
Oh, really? Well, Chibs has just mentioned what I was thinking about. Prince doing While My Guitar Gently Weeps, to bring it back to the Beatles,
Yes.
live on TV. That was just phenomenal. That was absolutely phenomenal.
He's with George Harrison's son.
Yeah. And Strats Oros says, I saw Prince 3 times. The audience was the best looking audience ever.
I bet it bloody was. I mean, I didn't used to understand why people called him sexy. And then I saw this video of him doing, he's talking to the audience like, do you like me? Do you think I'm fly? And he's wearing, I shit you not, like lace bottoms and like a thong or something. And I'm like, okay, I get why Prince was sexy now.
Yeah. And as Going Out to the Party People says, Prince was a fantastic musician. And you've got to respect that, because the whole thing with music, isn't it, about being the showman or showwoman, but also being a great musician. Elvis, fantastic showman. Won't ever take that away from him. He's a fucking shit musician, you know?
He just appropriated black music.
Well, he didn't write anything himself, did he? Did he write a fucking single song? It was all written for him. I mean, as musicians go.
Plus, he was a rapey pedo. Well, he was a pedo. He groomed his wife from the age of about she was a very young-looking 13 or 14-year-old when he groomed her as a full-grown man.
Didn't Jerry Lee Lewis marry his fucking niece?
He married a 13-year-old.
15-year-old cousin or something.
Oh, fucking.
Wondered why his career ended.
That's
the best thing about it.
But yeah,
wondering why.
They kind of fudged that bit of the whole Elvis film, the Baz Luhrmann Elvis film. It was like, I'm sure she was younger than that. Simply Secular Dave says, David Bowie live was one of the best shows I've ever seen. I'm not surprised.
Someone's just brought up Led Zeppelin. Oh my God,
Led Zepp.
I was playing, when we got back, poor Scott had to listen to me and my friend Lewis, because we were obsessed. Me and my friend Lewis are just obsessed with Led Zepp. Like back in the day, me and him used to belt out songs all the time. His version of Here Comes the Hot Stepper, Scott, you were luckily not subjected to. But we got back
he was such a nice guy.
And I was like white girl wasted because I'd had literally no food. I'd had a BAP and I'd had a number of beers. And I put it on. And I tell you what, Lewis has got a hell of a voice on him. And poor Scott was sitting there scrolling on his phone, sober. And then me and Lewis were just belting out Led Zeppelin 1.
This Scott here? This Scott?
After Skunk and Nancy.
I used to love getting really drunk in karaoke and doing Immigrant Song just for the at the beginning of it. Fucking love that.
Scott couldn't complain because I was like a gay man's Make-A-Wish Foundation that night. So. He had a dream. He didn't have a.
You have no idea. We went out this exit that took us all around the park. It was a long walk.
It became a hike, and I had no food.
It was a long walk home, and Tan was not having it. And she let everybody know she was very unhappy.
It was arduous. It was literally, Scott. The walk from Castle Park to my house is normally
it was 5 minutes to get there.
5 minutes, and we ended up walking, I reckon,
half an hour.
At least 40 minutes. We came out the totally wrong end.
Yeah.
And we ended up walking around the perimeter of bloody Cowdray.
Yeah.
And that is the longest way that you can possibly go to get back. But what you need to realise is you guys had all had food. I hadn't eaten anything. So I'd had one roll and a bunch of beers, and I'd been dancing around and there'd been loads of adrenaline. But you can't complain about shit, man. I'm
not complaining. I said it was just you were white girl wasted, and you let everyone know how you were very unhappy to be doing that walk.
Good.
It's and I think you said, "Where the fuck are we?" about 150 times.
Because Scott, we were massively lost.
We were. Do you two want to continue this discussion when we haven't got 200 people watching us? Right.
Oh, sorry,
back to the news this week, because we've only got 6 minutes left. And then we've got a news story of the week that we haven't mentioned that I want to mention. A bit late now, but whatever.
Can I just say this was not a bad thing? I'm not complaining.
You are. You sound like you're bitching, mate. You sound like you're like, oh my God, I went out with Tan and it was such a drag.
It was such
funny.
a nightmare. She made
was such a
me
nightmare.
Uncle Nancy.
Oh my god.
It was
Yeah, skin.
not that at all.
She made me meet Skin and get backstage and everything. I'm joking, Scott. I'm joking.
The best thing that ever happened.
So,
ever in my life. So.
Scott, you were supposed to send me a photo, weren't you?
Oh.
Yes, and I am going to do that.
You better fucking hurry up, mate, because I'm going away. I'm going away for a month.
I thought about this the other day.
What's this photo of?
Yeah, it's a photo of me and Skin from when I first met her in 1995. I'm gonna
do some Photoshop magic on it, but I want to be able to scan it on the scanner.
Dark. It's very, very, very dark.
Yeah.
If I can find a copy of it on my computer somewhere, I'll show you. But it's very dark, and
I will bring it back to life.
You can barely see her. You can barely see me, and I'm just thinking, like, we live in this age now where we should be able to brighten up like a photo that's
we can.
Underexposed.
Yes, we can absolutely do that, Scott. Do not worry. Don't worry. And I won't make it all look weird and
don't make it look all AI weird.
AI and plastic. Ooh, look, everyone's made of plastic now. Ooh. Yeah. Anyway, so
perfect teeth. No, he doesn't.
Any news stories? Any actual news topic? Politics? Taylor Swift engaged. Trump saying the D word. He literally said, I people are calling me a dictator. I'm like, yes, that's because that's what you are.
Yeah.
And they said, sometimes it's good to be a dictator. I'm like, oh my God. Farage being all over the media. We've covered that, haven't we?
I've got one.
Go on.
The fact that Ben, there's a guy that wrote to the Standards Commissioner asking him to investigate James McMurdoch MP, the disgraced woman beater, who was not kicked out of Reform for being a woman beater, but he was kicked out of Reform for financial irregularities. Someone's requested that James McMurdoch is investigated after he appeared to instigate a racial slur, spelling out the word N, IGGER, aimed at Sky News lobby journalist Mari Aurora, in response to an article by Guido Fawkes. And this is exactly what Tate did to Femi the other week. He just typed N underneath the post. And James McMurdoch again typed N underneath the post, and then a bunch of alt accounts or other accounts spelled out the full NIGGER word. And he did not delete his original N word, but they're doing that because that is shorthand for the N word, right? Yeah. So this is overt racism.
Yeah.
And they're just untouchable. And we're seeing more cases of this. People are coming out every day on social media saying I was racially abused. It's like, this is like 2016 on fucking steroids. Like this is.
Yeah,
it's real. I was saying this
level.
Where the fuck is Labour?
My friend who lives in Spain now. I was saying this to my friend who lives in Spain now. It's just like, it's really bad here right now. Like it's getting really bad. Yeah. And I said, I guess it to me it makes it look like people in Barcelona spitting on tourists, not so bad. Like it's really bad.
I mean, it's deep. At least in Spain, they're taking on immigrant workers and it's boosting their economy because they're actually giving jobs to people that are coming over in there. Whereas here, because they're taking so long to process them, those people can't work and they can't contribute or give back or build a life here because they're stuck being processed. Some of them for extortionate periods of time just to determine their age. But then that's another thing that's a bit of a scandal because Jenrick essentially oversaw the biggest child trafficking ring when he was immigration minister, when the Home Office allowed 200 kids to be trafficked from these hotels. So it's so that's basically McMurdoch. There's also countless tales of far right protesters turning out to be various types of abuser of women.
Oh yeah.
What a massive surprise. What a massive fucking surprise.
That's kind of constant.
These are the people out on the streets, aren't they, Tan, saying, "Oh, we're here to protect women from the asylum seekers."
Everything that these people say they're doing that is not the excuse is not something racial is a lie.
It's because they see it as a prophecy.
And they say it because they can't say I don't like brown people.
Well, they can, and they
Well, they
do.
are.
They can.
They are
but,
now.
But like, well, yeah.
But they're pretending.
You know, tell me who you are. Like, if you don't tell me, like, I know then you're a piece of shit. Like, don't paint it up to be something. You know, I had a guy on my Facebook going, the flags are a mark of unity. I said, they're a unity against foreigners.
It's a threat. It's a threat.
It's an intimidation. And if you can't see that, you're being willfully ignorant.
But it's also pathetic. It's also pathetic. It's like countries that aren't sure of themselves plaster themselves in their fucking flag. I remember when I went to Syria in 1999 and there was a fucking poster of the fucking president on every fucking lamppost because he needed to go, I'm in charge, I'm in charge. You know, every time you got in a taxi, you went in the barber shop, you went in the corner shop, there'll be a picture of the fucking president everywhere, every fucking where. Right? Yeah, and it's just like, it's pathetic. It's really, Sorry, I keep going out of focus, and I've been drinking. Strats or us? Thank you very much for the £10 super chat. Strats says, thanks for the shards of positive light. Oh, thank you, Strats, and thank you for.
Unless he's being sarcastic.
No, because we were talking about cool stuff. We were talking about music. Graham Price says, great show tonight, guys. Cheers for the laughs, and you're very welcome, Graham, fellow Scouser, and also fellow Scouser called Graham. He spells it wrong, but I won't hold that against him. But yeah, I think what's happening at the moment, Tan. You know my opinion on all this. Like, it is just what the billionaires want. That's it. That's what is happening. Why is it happening? If you ever ask those questions, the answer is always, this is what the billionaires want. They want us fighting amongst ourselves.
Money making it happen. I mean, what these idiots aren't realizing is that this is like a widespread worldwide disinformation campaign that also involves foreign interference, and how many of them have the hallmarks of a Russian interference job, yet and simultaneously are boosting Farage, who is claiming to be a patriot. So essentially, it's kind of like a Russian interference job. It's the billionaires protecting their stock. Yeah. And yet we're getting situations like what happened in Ilford. That's another news story in which two men, a 54-year-old and a 15-year-old, poured petrol in an open Indian restaurant in which people were dining. And then literally people were sitting in chairs. They poured petrol down the central aisle and then just set it on fire, and people were on fire, flailing about. And as you say, Labour are failing to have any form of counter to any of it.
Labour are nowhere to be seen.
And that is fucking negligent. So negligent on every level, because what the country needs is intervention. Yeah. And it's not something that can just wait until they get back off their jollies in September. This is something that is getting worse with every passing day, because every passing day the algorithms are radicalizing more people, and they're not doing anything about the legacy media. They're doing nothing about, in terms of like implementing any form of disinformation law. They are so far behind and so far out of touch. And they're supposed to be a working class government, and so painfully out of touch. And they're also not, because Starmer has they literally are, but they're not acting like one. Yeah. And Starmer is visionless. Fair enough, don't be a populist, but have a fucking some form of vision for people to cling to. We're just flailing.
Yeah, and they want us just to argue amongst ourselves, and just, there is nothing against. There's no one standing. I mean, you've got this disparate groups. You've got Led by Donkeys. You've got the Good Law Project. You've got a few people here and there fighting against it, like Zoe Gardner. She's fucking brilliant. She's on the news every day going, stop talking bollocks about asylum seekers. But she's the only one. It's Zoe or nobody. Like, all no one's on there. Femi is finding it difficult to get on TV these days. He's done his foot in, hasn't he? So he can't get about.
He's fucked his Achilles tendon. But the thing is, they'll only have very occasional token people like Zoe or other people where they'll get the like token lefty in or the token reasonable one in, and the rest of it is just a sea of just madness and nonsense. Like today, people were on the radio, like on LBC Global is one of the key broadcasters when it comes to radio. Is it called broadcasting if it's radio? I think so.
It is.
I've just completely forgotten what I was going to say, actually.
You were listening.
Oh, no, they were talking about Ryland, sorry. And someone phoned in and said he was spouting disinformation. The woman was like, was he? He was just stating his opinion. It was based on disinformation.
Yeah.
His opinion was literally bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's that whole false equivalence shit we saw during Brexit, where it's like you've got an economist and you've got someone that's just spouting nonsense bullshit rhetoric on behalf of a far-right think tank. And they're given similar, like the false equivalence thing.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts. We are going MAGA, like actual MAGA levels of idiocy. And it's all linked, I think, really strongly to the conspiracy pipeline. Because once people believe anything, you're golden.
Or they disbelieve everything.
Or they disbelieve everything.
Yeah. Because today I watched the judge do the verdict for the appeal. And if you looking at the chat, it was a sea of conspiracy and nonsense, as people literally going, well, the judge's star was made. And it's like, do you have proof? Like, what? It's like they're all in it together. This is what they want. They want to bring over the immigrants. Islam's taking over. Blah blah blah. It's paranoia and conspiracy,
racism,
and crazy, absolute batshit craziness. And it's like, I think at one point actually typed, "Do you people really believe this shit? Like, are you really believing the stuff that you're saying? Because it's so batshit crazy. Like, you all sound either thick or completely crazy."
Yeah.
Like mental health, you need to be in a hospital. Like,
there's
something wrong.
Yeah, something desperately missing. I mean, the problem is, though, it's so easy to get people, once you've got people into a position where they will believe anything or disbelieve anything, they are so, like, ironically, despite what they claim, like, massively easy to control. These are people that are supposed to be paranoid about control, yet they're falling for a multi-billion-pound psyop.
Yeah.
That's happening.
That's the funniest thing about it. It was the same with anti-vaxxers. That was all, funded and paid for, and it was like, well, you can't let the government control you. And it's like, literal people are controlling the narrative that you're talking about, and you're parroting it. So, it's the same thing. I mean, even today when they were on LBC talking about this chickenpox vaccine.
Yes, I heard that.
And people calling up, they're still spouting, well, apparently it causes autism. It just the completely debunked crap. And I just tried to protect I'm just trying to look after my children. It's just like, what you're doing is you're actually putting your children at risk, and you're also putting other children that are not yours at risk from literally dying.
Yeah, do you literally want your kids to die? Well done.
There was a whole, I think, if I'm not mistaken, didn't American Horror Story literally do a storyline on an anti-vaccine?
I haven't watched but I'm tempted to, because I know that they did a series at that Skid Row hotel that was really fucking creepy, where
the hotel was brilliant. The hotel was a great season.
Where that woman died in the tank, didn't she?
I watched Weapons this week, and it was really good.
Oh, okay.
Have you heard about that? The horror film.
I've seen it.
Weapons.
I live surrounded by fucking weapons.
Excellent.
All
so
weapons.
Before we go, did I tell you I was in the Daily Mail this week?
Well done.
So I gave an interview for Guinness World Records because it's the 70th anniversary of the book coming out. And my interview was published in the Daily Mail website. Oh my God, the responses. Like, it is just like...
Do people know who you are?
No. Well, someone said he slags off the Mail all the time. He's not going to be happy being on here or something. But like, people are like, stopping just long enough for a coffee is not what most people would consider visiting a country. I'm like, well, the Guinness World Records considered it, so I don't care. Age 46, said someone. I mean, the fact that I did this when I was 29, whatever. I was busy providing for my wife and family. Glad he finds freedom, but that comes at a price for him. And then people just must have come back with a few warts. Okay, is that something that happens when people travel or stuff? So it's about eating street food using public transport. Bullshit. He would have not escaped diarrhea at some point eating street food everywhere. Well, I did. So, but one of my favorites, he has the stupid face and mustache, which is good. Someone said, well done, get a job. The world is a totally overrated place to visit. Someone just said, yawn. And someone said, many people could have done it before but not mentioned it. What? They did it by accident and forgot to mention it to anyone. It was fucking hard. It wasn't like that easy. Here's a nice one. From Liverpool, they are very good at making money go a long way, usually because most of them are thieves or benefit claimants. The Daily Mail, the bitterness of the Daily Mail. And who cares? Stop this travelling bullshit. Stop mass tourism caused by social media idiots.
Fucking hell.
You did it way before that, though, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Someone just put, what do you want? A medal?
What?
Why do I need a medal?
Guinness World Record will do me.
What
do you want? A fucking medal?
You want a cookie? What the?
Anyway, the moral of this story is never appear in the Daily Mail, because the people who read the Daily Mail are never happy. They're just sitting there going, I'm so angry about everything all the time. And even a nice news story about something they did 15 years ago, which was fun. They're like, I can't take any joy from this.
They were thick as shit. The other day I saw an article where a woman had literally domestically abused her boyfriend at the time in the most horrific way that I think I've ever seen a woman domestically abuse her boyfriend. And all the comments were like, I'd give her one.
Jesus Christ.
So give you one
what
too,
you're
straight in
saying
the mouth. Like...
doesn't surprise me whatsoever. I'm like, yeah.
All right. Well, listen, we're going to have to wrap it up, I think, because everyone needs to get off. Listen, I'm traveling next week, so I might not be able to do the Friday night social. I'm hoping our friend Mike might be able to host it. So if he can, yay. If not, sorry. But I might be able to do it myself. I'll be in Canada.
I'll be in Canada.
I'll be in Toronto.
Are you visiting your buddies?
I am. I'm going over for the Toronto International Film Festival.
Oh, wow.
And got tickets to a load of premieres. One of the premieres I got a ticket for is called The Christophers. And I was like, oh, it's got Sarah McKellen in. Oh, God, this is going to be dead exciting. And I'm looking down the cast list. And I'm like, oh, God, this is so exciting. I'm going to an actual proper premiere of this movie that's coming out. And then I saw the name James Corden. And I was like, oh, fuck. One last thing. Sorry, I do have to mention this before we go. Purple Aki died this week. And there was a great little meme that went round, and it was Father Ted, and it was Father Dougal saying, Purple Aki was a legend, and Father Ted going, no, not really.
But it was in a way.
For those who don't know, Purple Aki was a Liverpool boogeyman legend who used to hang around outside gyms and feel young men's muscles. And he had an Asbo put against him for feeling young men's muscles. But I feel bad even talking about it because there's an element of racism. There's an element of ableism because he was clearly mentally distressed about this whole thing. And, I hope in his later years, he sort of was left to his own devices. But, growing up in Liverpool in the 1980s, it was very famous that between kids, don't go down the old railway tracks because Purple Aki will come and get you, and he'll come with a knife and he'll say pop or slash, and if you say slash, he'll put PA on your buttocks with his knife. That's what we used to tell each other they used to do because we were fucking, I don't know, 7 idiots. Anyway, he's not with us anymore. Silly so loads of memes this week.
So how did he pass away? Did they really know?
I think he took himself out.
Oh,
yeah. He used to live on, I think, Devonshire Road or something. He used to live in Toxteth. I had a friend who literally lived like next door to him, so I knew which house he lived in, but I never met him in real life. I didn't think he was real, honestly, till I was about 23 years old. I did not think he was a real person. I thought he was just a made-up boogeyman.
I did that, and I scared the shit out of most of my family, the young uns, my cousins, by saying there was a guy called Hammerjack that lived out the back of our houses. I went into detail. It's a brilliant name.
I was going to say, Hammerjack is a fucking great name for a horror movie.
I was just thinking that Hammerjack, and I said that he lived in this like little, because before they built the houses out the back, it was all just fields, and I said that he lived in the little woods out there. And that he used to come into your house at night and steal things, and he keeps it there. And if you go there, he'll know it's you because he's taken the things from your house. And
but does he attack you with a hammer, like Maxwell's silver hammer?
I didn't go into that much detail. But it was enough to scare the shit out of my cousins and my own brothers. So
I think we can make a treatment out of this.
I also told my own brother that my family found him in the ditch when he was a baby. I didn't believe it for like a year.
My mom did that when I was a kid. She showed me a picture of a little baby monkey in a diaper and said it was me, and they found me in the back of my diaper.
Oh my god! Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. That's awful.
Parents are so cruel.
That's awful. That is hilarious. That is objectively hilarious, but subjectively very, very, very.
See a lot of
Sorry,
people
laugh
laughing
doing that because I get so upset. I'm like, no, you didn't. That's not me. And they're like, yeah, it's you. Look.
Oh no! Oh no!
Can I ask you a question before we go?
Yeah.
Do you think that my backdrop's better like this?
Yes. Because do you know what? Right, when you had the doors behind you, I got this like phobia that someone would walk into the door, you know, like while I'm watching it, and I'd be like, Tan! And it would be like some like weird horror movie or something. So I like not having the doors behind you because for some reason it just freaked me out.
It freaked me out. There was a number of times. Yeah.
That's because we shared the same brain. We used to think the same things. Like, oh, these doors. Who could come out these doors? It's it's Bobby Davro. It's Benjamin Netanyahu. What the fuck? Yeah. So yeah. Sorry.
That guy who's it's a puppet.
It's a puppet. What?
No, it's a puppet. What was his name? He was in the 80s, like 90s. He was like a comedian.
Can't remember.
It's a puppet. Dennis Pennis.
No. It's a puppet. He was British. He was really Essex. He was like one of those comedians that were around. But I don't think he turned out to be racist. Not Bobby Davro. In that ilk. Les Dennis. Oh, for fuck's sake. I need to find it out now.
While you're doing that, George, thank you very much for the £5 super chat. Last one of the night, I think. I've decided that the mail is pathologically horrible, as are the readers. It's so sad. Yeah, it is.
But Brian Connolly.
Brian Connolly. I don't know who that is.
Brian Connolly. You do know who he is.
No, I don't. Is he the Scottish bloke?
No, that's Billy Connolly. This is Brian Connolly.
Okay. We've actually got it in the chat. People are saying Brian Connolly in the chat. They're saying it.
You'll know him if you see him.
Not Sean Connery.
He had was it Gordon the Gopher?
What? No, wasn't Gordon the Gopher.
This guy.
God, I barely remember him.
Well, you do though.
That was Peter. That was Paul Schofield, wasn't it? With Gordon the Gopher.
It's a puppet.
And then it was Andy Peters with Ed the Duck.
Oh, he was in the broom cupboard, and that's who I was thinking about earlier. Because I was thinking, I feel like I've got like a little broom cupboard.
Yeah, I think that with AIDS. I think AIDS setup reminds me of children's BBC.
Yeah, yeah. And also the fact that he is like a wayward children's presenter.
Sorry, yes.
You call him a pedo.
No, I didn't. That was a joke. That was a joke. You can't use that in that's not admissible in a court of evidence.
But he's not going to sue you. I think if he was going to sue you, he'd have sued you by now.
Just take like a screen cap of our WhatsApp chats. Oh, his dad. Oh my God. If his dad saw what we said about him. Anyway.
We do sue each other 1,000,000 times over.
Anyway, listen, thanks so much to Scott and to Tan, and thank you for watching. Thanks for all the super chats and the lovely messages. I'll be back on Sunday at 9 o'clock with Morning Brew, and until then, thanks for watching. Give us a like on the way out, and until next time, hello, good evening, welcome, and goodbye.